Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Backlog Curation stream. And that might be a lot of games you see on the screen right now, but it compares not to what I'm about to put on the screen here. And as soon as I figure out how to do this here, in just a minute, let me see. How do I? Let me just add a different OBS source here. Okay. Rename just. Is that how you? No, it is how you anyway. Okay. Window capture. I'm gonna add existing. I'm gonna add browser 2. And we're gonna put it down here somewhere next to browser 1. And to see if we can make that be the. Yeah. That'll do. Except not really. Hold on, let me cut that and a little bit of. Actually, that should be good enough for now. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and make that a little bit smaller. And yeah. Okay, so this here is the Backloggery. Now the Backloggery, I think I've done a couple of streams of this in the past before. Backloggery is a website. You can use it for all manners of things. Pretty useful, pretty handy. But primarily is to keep your games backlog, to make sure to know what games you have on your collection right now. And as you can see, I actually went ahead and just completed my completed adding every game that I have on my backlog, which rings a total of 691. That's too many. That's too many video games. That's more video games than I'll ever be able to play in my entire life. So with the purpose of this stream, the Backlog Curation stream, as I'm trying to call it, is we are going to go down a list of games. We're not going to be able to go to my entire backlog, but definitely an amount of it. And we're just gonna make a decision. Which of these games are actually going to stay? Which of these games have to go? Which of these games should we just try to get rid of? Etc. etc. So, yeah, let's not waste too much time because we've got a lot of stuff to get through here. So, we're gonna start with our Steam collection, which is the biggest collection. That one had a total of 329 games. And of course, it's it's a little bit muddy because some of them are like DLCs of games and some of them are like other things, but for the most part, yeah, 329 games here on Steam. So we're gonna go through each one of these and get rid of them. Not all of them, but see which ones we're gonna get rid of. Okay, if you had a fuller chat, it'd be fun to call a vote for some games and have the chat GNA keeping them. Honestly, chat would, if we had that, chat would probably keep a lot of meme games. And a lot of games that they personally have nostalgia for, but not that I personally have nostalgia for, that I care about that much. So, alright. There is some basic criteria here. There are some games that I have played in the past before that I have some personal attachment to them. Those games I'm probably gonna keep. But if it's games that I don't really have any history with, games that I don't really care to play again, or games that I don't see myself replaying or anything like that, yeah, we're probably going to be getting rid of those. But some games, okay, well, it'll be my own criteria, and you can do this to your own collection if you feel like your collection is a little bit too bloated. But let's start with our only game that does not start with a letter, 1111 Memories Retold. This is some kind of like story-driven walking simulator kind of game. I've played a little bit of it. As you can see, I have 48 minutes on it. It did not impress me. Those 48 minutes that I played of 1111 Memories Retold did not impress me. Now, admittedly, I was playing with no sound, because I was trying to test how good the game was for, for deaf people. And for the hearing impaired, which was just a thing that I was doing for a while. Not really doing that anymore, but it was an interesting experiment. But nonetheless, 11 members told it has an interesting like World War II story going on about like the Canadian guy and like a German Nazi guy, not like soldiers, but like people that are involved in the World War II. And again, it might be an interesting story here, but I'm not gonna be very interested in these types of games, to be honest, because they're cool. They can tell a nice story, and you might remember that story for a long time. But after you've played a lot of them, you know, the novelty definitely starts wearing off, and each individual game will have its own, will be judged based on quality. And eventually some of these games are just not gonna have that good of a story, or at least a story that I won't personally click with too much. So for this particular story, I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna hide this game. So any games that I don't feel like dealing with, we're gonna hide them. This is the only one I have an opinion of in audio surf, which I feel deserves to stay since it fulfills a useful chill niche, at least for you. Yeah, that's a good point. You know, some games are niche, and they can be something you just turn on and play for a little while. And I definitely have a number of those games. I think I'm gonna try to go through this list twice. The first time around, I'm gonna get rid of the games that I definitely don't want to, that I definitely don't see myself playing. And then the second time around is gonna be like, alright, of the ones that I did keep the first time, which ones do I really, genuinely see myself? Age of Empires 2. I have played this game for 21 hours here, but this does not reflect my actual playtime because I played this game a lot when I was a kid. So I do have fond memories of this. However, do I see myself coming back to Age of Empires 2 anytime soon and really playing it? I'm not sure. I'm gonna leave that for round 2. But Age of Empires 3 I have no history with. So the only one I really care about is Age of Empires 2 in this franchise. Like, make a short list and consider the survivors in greater detail. So for this run, do not spend too much time thinking about this game. Yeah, so we're just gonna go through them real quick. Alice Man listeners, I like this game, so gonna keep it. A Medieval, it is a cool looking first person shooter. I remember General played it for a little bit, it looked fine, I'm gonna keep it. Amnesia, a Machine for Pigs, and a Dark Descent. The Dark Descent is a classic in the horror genre, but A Machine for Pigs, honestly, I have seen a playthrough of this game, and I've seen like a documentary of the game, so I feel like I've already got my money's worth for A Machine for Pigs, even though I've never played it, so I'm gonna just go ahead and hide this one. I'll keep the Dark Descent for now. Among the Sleep. I think it's a similar story with Amnesia. Machine for Pigs, I've already seen a full playthrough of this, I already know the plot details. Would I play it myself just for the heck of it? I don't know, man. Honestly, no. Yeah, I gotta be a little bit meaner here. I don't want. I hate being mean to games. Again, I don't want to say that any of these games are bad. I'm just saying I need to evaluate what I have time for, and a lot of these do not. I do not have time for. Get mad! Don't make lemonade. Okay, I was gonna ask how you were going to remove the items from this. I didn't know there was a hide button. Yeah, there's a hide button. Now you can access your hidden games list if you want, but I'm gonna try not to. Anti-Chamber, it is a puzzle game that I started playing once, not on Steam, but just like a direct download on my PC. It was part of one of the first Humble Bundles that I ever bought, so that was cool. But I got stuck, and I don't feel like coming back to it, so no. Hide this game. Aragami, a cool looking ninja game. I'll keep it for now. Ark, point and click adventure. There's a small selection of point and click adventure games I'm interested in. This is not one of them. We're gonna hide this one. Audio Surf. Round 2. Bastion, we can keep that one. I haven't played them, but I definitely have high hopes for anything made by Supergiant Games. So it gets to stay. The Batman series. Definitely, I like Arkham Asylum. I actually played that one, and I did not finish Arkham City, but I did play it for 4 hours, and that was quite an enjoyable 4 hours. Origins, I have heard some mixed opinions about, but I'm gonna save that for round 2, or, you know, maybe I'll just play some more time. Betrayer, I've actually played this game. It's fun, it's interesting, but do I see myself playing it again? Honestly, not really. I have played better games at this point. I do recommend at least one playthrough of it if you are interested in like a Mesoamerican, like not Mesoamerican, pre-colonized American, well, during colonization America, like native North America specifically, like native tribes, myths, and sort of like those kind of creatures. It is a cool game, but I do not see myself replaying it. Bionic Commando, meh. Bioshock 1 and 2 and Infinite, definitely keeping those. A Bird Story. It is made by the people that made To the Moon. Did it make as much of an impact as To the Moon? Not really. Now the game is only like an hour long, so maybe I would consider round 2. Black Mesa is pretty good. Or there's a Bionic Commando not on NES? Yeah. I think I remember seeing a few videos of it. It looks okay. It was probably a lot more impressive back in the day. By now it's probably a little dated. Blade Kitten, I've played this game. I like the character, Kid Balor. She's cool, and the game is fine. But honestly, I do not see myself playing it again. So I'm gonna hide this one. Blades of Time. It is it's a hack and slash. It's got a couple of puzzles. It's got a puzzle, a little bit of platforming. It's serviceable. And honestly, at this point in my life, serviceable is not good enough. Honestly, yeah, serviceable is not good enough. BlazBlue Calamity Trigger. This is the first BlazBlue game. I definitely want to play a BlazBlue game. Do I want to play all of them? I'm not sure. But this is the only one I have right now, so I'm gonna save it for round 2. Blood Omen 2. There's a lot more Legacy of Kain games coming down the line, but this is alphabetically, this is the first one that we're gonna see in the list. I've played the game already on an emulator, because honestly, just older PC games aren't really worth it to try to get them running on a modern PC. Now, I like Blood Omen 2, but do I like it enough to keep this in here on Steam? Not really, so we're gonna go ahead and hide that one. Blood Rain. The Blood Rain series in general. Nah. It's an interesting vampire series, but I don't really care about it much. Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. Okay, this one can stay, because I've always wanted to play a Castlevania-ish game, and it doesn't get more Castlevania-ish than a game made by the Castlevania creator, inspired by the Castlevania series, so we're definitely gonna play that one. Borderlands. So here's the thing with Borderlands. Borderlands is is at its best in co-op. And I'm afraid that because Borderlands 1 and 2 are no longer new games, the player base for these games is not nearly as large anymore. So if you want to find some people besides your actual friends that own these games to play with, you're gonna have a hard time. So it is a rare instance where you can still play the game, but the game is no longer in its prime. So we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of them. I played Borderlands 1 actually. I did not play Borderlands 2. I heard Borderlands 2 is better, but it suffers from the same issues. You're not. It is at its best at co-op, and I just don't have co-op anymore. All right, Braid. It's a pretty popular puzzle platform, indie puzzle platformer from back in the day. So yeah, back in the day it was pretty impressive, but I have played a little bit of it. It's honestly, it's alright at this point. Brock the Investigator Prologue. I actually like this one. It's a combination of point and click and beat 'em up. It's pretty cool, and this is just a prologue. This one was free. So I will actually come back to this one eventually. Not right now, but eventually. I wonder how well Braid has aged. It's probably still alright. It's just not something I'm particularly interested in visiting. I'm more of a PB Winterbottom man myself. Fair enough, never played that one. British Portage is better than existential relationship drama, yeah. Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, one of my favorite games, like story-driven games of all time. You can stay. Bully, Scholarship Edition, my favorite game made by Rockstar Games. You can stay. The Cat Lady. Chantilly's, The Tale of Two Sisters. This is a game by the Recettear developers, as you can see from the art style here on the little window. It might be alright, but I can live without it. Cloud build, it actually looks pretty cool. Now, I am aware that there is this thing called Super Cloud build, which is like a better version of this game, but there's also something... I'll save this one for round 2. I'll tell you what, I'll save that for round 2. Cloudpunk, I have heard some good praises for this game from, like, YouTubers. It seems cool. It looks alright, but, save for round 2. Code Vein, Anime Dark Souls, I'm moderately interested. Condemned Criminal Origins. It's a similar story with a game that was praised highly back in the day, but has it aged very well nowadays? I'm not sure. I know people definitely like this one better than its sequel, but I don't. I have the sequel on an emulator, but that doesn't really count. Round 2. Contrast, 3D platformer-ish kind of game. Interesting idea. Actually, I'll keep that one. Custom Quest. It's a fun little game. I haven't played it myself, but I have seen Akinlaf play it actually here on the chat. It was pretty cool looking. Round 2. Crash Bandicoot series, I can stay. Crazy Taxi. Arcadey type fun games. Again, they are fun. I probably would enjoy a couple of rounds of Crazy Taxi, but do I see myself like really sitting down and playing Crazy Taxi? I don't know, man. I'm not the biggest fan of arcadey fun. Like, I understand why it's fun. I definitely don't dislike them. But, if I'm trying to make a list of games that I really want to play, I'm gonna have to go with no on that one. Crystals, yeah, I'll keep this one. I've already played it, and I do have some problems with the game, but it is a game made by a Colombian developer. So it has a little bit of sentimental value for me. Cry of Fear, relatively popular indie horror game from back in the day. I'm okay without it. Remove from account. Some of them, I think the ones that you can actually get for free. You can remove it from your account. It's not going to include in your Steam library and the list of games. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. I can live without it. Cthulhu Saves the World. It's a meme game. I'm not going to deal with meme games. Cuphead can stay. Dark Souls Remastered. Yeah, that can stay. Darksiders 1 and 2 can stay. I actually quite like Darksiders 1. I haven't played too much of Darksiders 2, but I do quite enjoy Darksiders 1, so I'll keep these 2. Dead Space 2 as well. I haven't played it, but I have hopes for it, and same for Dead Space 1. But I will not be interested in getting Dead Space 3, and I'm not sure about the Dead Space remake. I don't know, maybe I'll think about it. Right now, we don't really own that, so we're not gonna worry about it. Dead Core is... I want to say it's like a... movement-based... first-person shooter? It might be alright. But I think I have another game down the list that serves a similar niche, so I'm gonna just... I can live without it. Deadfall Adventures is some kind of first-person shooter. Not a particularly interesting looking one. I mean, it looks okay. I think I played a little bit of it. It was okay, but it's not impressive. Deadlight. It might tell a pretty good story. It might be an alright survival game, like 2D platforming survival kind of game, but it's alright. I can live without it. Deadly Premonition. You guys have probably heard about this one from some YouTubers. It is a so bad it's good kind of situation. But I feel like that's a niche that I don't care about too much. It might be alright if it's a meme game that would be fun to stream, but maybe not to play so much. Then I'm not gonna keep it. Demon Turf Trials, yeah, we can keep Demon Turf Trials. Deus Ex, keep that one. So I actually don't have much interest in the Deus Ex series. Alright, let me tell you this. I have heard negative things of Invisible War and Deus Ex The Fall, so I'm not gonna deal with those. It's a very historically significant game from what I understand. I know it is a pretty it was one of the best and earliest examples of a systemic game, so I guess for that I'll keep it around. Human Revolution. All right, we'll save these for round 2. Okay, no idea what the second Deus Ex game is, so sure, I can't. Yeah, I remember. The thing I remember about Invisible War is that Total Biscuit said that he didn't care for it. And Deus Ex 1 was one of Total Biscuit's favorite games of all time. So he knew what he was talking about when it came to Deus Ex, and if he did not like the second one, then I'll take his word for it. Devil May Cry, all of them can stay. I definitely like Devil May Cry series. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I feel like I already got my I already had my fun with this game. It does keep getting updated here and there, but honestly, it almost wants to be a live service kind of game. It wants to be a game that gets constantly updated and that keeps players coming back. And let me tell you something. You guys have probably, if you guys are not on the Discord server, you wouldn't know this, but Genshin Impact has fucking consumed my life. So as far as endless games that you keep coming back to, everything is going to have to compete with Genshin Impact for me in that category. And chances are they're not going to win. So I'm sorry, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. You're cool, and I like the character I made in you, but I'm gonna just get rid of it. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. It's probably an alright Western RPG, but yeah, I can live without it. Dread Templar, cool looking first-person shooter, I'll keep it. Dread Out, very similar to Fatal Frame, I'll keep it. And Keepers of the Dark, that's a sequel DLC kind of thing for Dread Out, so I'll keep that one too. Dusk is a pretty popular game inspired by Quake from recent years, so I'll keep that one too. Dust and Elysian Tale, that was one of my favorite Metroidvanias. Definitely keeping that one as well. Echo. This kind of looks like Control, I guess. It might be alright, but I'm not gonna. Yeah. Eidolon, I think this is a survival game, which when it comes to survival games, they're basically competing against Minecraft in that category for me, because that's another survival game I like. I can live without it. The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, it is a very nostalgic game for a lot of people, but not me. I never played an Elder Scrolls game, so honestly, I don't have a personal attachment to it, and it's a very long game, so I don't have time for that. Not yet what second. Oh wait, something about Echo looked familiar. Oh shit, yeah, I saw Echo on Ross's game dungeon. Oh well, maybe it'll be worth a look eventually, but not for me. I gotta move on. I gotta let some of this stuff. Enslaved. I actually quite like this game, so we can keep that one. Epic Battle Fantasy 4. Not really. Eternal Senia. It was a free action RPG made in RPG Maker. It might be alright. It might be fun, but it looks kind of cheap, honestly. So if I really want to try it again, I can just download it again for free. But for now, I'm just gonna remove it from the account. I'll send you Oh no, there's more to look from you. I'll send you Ross's video later so you can take a peek into it. Yeah, that's better. Has some major difficulties with it. Yeah, I can imagine. Berry Bloom Freesia. This is the first game I ever bought on Steam. And it's fun. But is it fun enough for me to really come back to it? There are other games that can definitely crave my, like, beat 'em up crave. So it has a little bit of sentimental value, but honestly, not enough. So sorry, Berry Bloom Freesia. Far Cry. Don't really care about the first one. I've heard some high praises for the second one, but honestly, I don't really care about it that much either. And then Far Cry 3 is like the big one. And even then, I feel like you can only play one Far Cry game, because after you've played one of them, you've played all of them. And expand that outwards a little bit. Once you have played a Ubisoft game, you have played all of the Ubisoft games. Or at least all of the open world games once before. You know, before when they were making different genres, that's different. But for this case, I've already played Assassin's Creed. So I feel like by having played Assassin's Creed, I feel like I already got my fair share of Far Cry in my life. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get rid of Far Cry 3 and Blood Dragon. Far Sky, it's an inferior Subnautica. I don't like saying that, but that's what it looks like to me, so sorry. Final Fantasy 13-2 specifically. Final Fantasy, I care about 10. And I'm somewhat interested in trying 15. I know Final Fantasy 14 is a very popular one. 16 looks cool. But honestly, I'm actually not that fond of the Final Fantasy series. Definitely not enough to want to play through 13-2 by itself. Okay. Fortune Summoner Secret of the Elemental Stone. Another game by the rest tier developer. I can live without it. Freedom Planet. It's like Indie Sonic. I'll keep that. Full bore. Puzzle 2D platformer-ish. I like the two characters because they're boars. They're like cute in a disgusting kind of way. They're cute in the same way Ape from Oddworld is kind of cute. But I can live without it. I've actually tried to play this game twice already. I can live without it. Gary's Mod. Gary's Mod. Gary's Mod is a really cool feature. It's a really cool tool for people who are willing to put the time into it. But I'm not one of those people, so I'm sorry. I actually do not see myself messing around with Gary's Mod too much. Gauntlet. I have no idea what that is. Add that one. Gears 5. Yeah, we can keep that one. I actually am interested in playing the Gears of War games. Full bore, more like full bore. Get even. Probably just some kind of detective story game from the looks of it. I can live without it. Ghost of a Tale. Not sure, but it might be like a 3D platformer-ish kind of game. Okay, I might give that one a look later. Gigantic Army. It is a shmup. No, not a shmup. A side-scrolling it's Mega Man-ish is what I'm trying to say. But nah, I'm alright. The God Eater games. Alright. So they do look cool, and I have played 100 minutes here of God Eater 1. Now here's the thing. JRPGs, RPGs in general, but yeah, JRPGs in this case, they're very long. They're very long. I have to be really interested in it, and to be fair, God Eater 3 in particular looks pretty good, but 1 and 2, I feel like I can probably live without them. I'm not saying, again, these are probably pretty cool games. But I don't see myself spending the potentially like dozens upon dozens of hours on them. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get rid of them. Gone Home is one of the earlier, more beloved examples of a walking simulator, I guess. Not really a walking simulator, it's more like a puzzle solving kind of game. But I feel like I've already experienced this game from YouTubers just bringing it up. So, I can live without it. Grid and Grid 2. Sports racing games. Realistic, like sports racing games. It is not a genre that I am particularly fond of. I enjoy them. I don't mind them for sure, but I feel like I'm gonna have to make some very specific picks when it comes to this kind of genres. And Grid is not part of the high priority here, so I'm just gonna get rid of them. Alright. That's a lot of Half-Life down there. Oh snap, Guacamelee. Guacamelee is pretty cool. I haven't played it entirely myself, but I have played a little bit of it. I'll keep that one. Yeah, we can keep that one. Guilty Gear Iska. Guilty Gear is a pretty long-running franchise. And because of the nature of fighting games, I feel like if you're not playing the most recent one, the most recent fighting game in whatever franchise that is, in this case being Strive, then you're gonna have a harder time finding matches, and I feel like the story modes are probably not gonna be that beefy. And I've also heard that this one specifically is not quite up to par in comparison to some of the other Guilty Gear games, so I can live without it. If I want to play a Guilty Gear game, it will probably be Strive. Because Strive actually looks really cool. But, I can live without it. Groomit, I actually like Groomit. I have fond memories. I played this all the way back in the PSP. That's the original console this came out on it. Pro PC, and it's fun. So yeah, I'll keep that one. Half-Life. The Half-Life 1 bundles specifically. Because of Black Mesa, I don't feel like keeping the original Half-Life, because Black Mesa is just a Half-Life remake with a lot of good quality of life changes from what I've heard. So I don't really see myself revisiting the original Half-Life instead of Black Mesa. So, I can live without the original Half-Lives and their DLCs. Okay. Half-Life 2, however, I played the first one, the first Half-Life 2. I quite liked it, it was a great game. I have not played episode 1 and 2, but I do intend on playing them one day, and Lost Coast as well. So yeah, we'll keep the Half-Life 2 series, but thanks to Black Mesa, I don't feel like messing with Half-Life 1. Blood meme, okay. Hammerwatch. It's a co-op, hack and slack-ish kind of. And in time, love this one. Heat Signature. This might be a pretty cool game for the right audience. I am not that audience. I'm sorry. Hand time trash in the mid. No, don't keep your hands on. I need to go back to Mafia Town one of these days. Hidden Blood Right. It's like Doom. Actually, it might even be made in the Doom engine. I'll keep it. It looks alright. Same for Hellbound. It's a 90s FPS 32 years later. This I am quite I do enjoy these kind of first-person shooters, so they get a pass from me. Igarashi, I love the anime. I'm sure I will love the visual novel even more. So there is only chapter 1. I gotta get the whole thing, but you know, that'll be for later. Hitman. This is Higurashi, by the way. Yes, I see your comment there. It has a really good story. It generally has a really good story. I recommend it. But anyways, Hitman. Hitman is an excellent series. At least the recent Hitman 1 and 2, the remakes, are excellent for the right audience. The people that really like messing around with stealth games and seeing all the possibilities and things they can do. Am I part of that audience? Do I like that kind of game? I'll be honest with you, I haven't really played that kind of game. So with that in mind, I might be willing to give Hitman 2 a shot, because it's the most recent Hitman game out of this collection. Or is it the most recent actual Hitman game is Hitman 3? Like the remake Hitman 3. I don't have that one, so for my purposes it would be Hitman 2. So I'm willing to keep Hitman 2. The rest of these, not really. And the original Hitman before the reboots, not really interested in them either. So we'll keep Hitman 2, but only Hitman 2. Alright. Get rid of all these. Alright. Home. It's a horror game. Pixel art. Might be pretty good. But there's a lot of horror games that came out in like the early to mid 2010s that were kind of made for YouTube. I don't know if that makes sense, but they were made for like YouTubers to react to them, rather than to make good games. And I'm not saying this is one of those games, but it came out around that time. So I feel like he might have a little bit of that DNA in it, just by association. So honestly, I'm gonna skip it. Rot. It's a first-person shooter, kind of like Quake-ish. I played a little bit of it, actually. Yeah, it's fun. Alright. Honey Pop. The only reason I got this game is because Markiplier played it. and it looked alright. But honestly, I already saw Markiplier play it, and if I really want hentai, I'll just go to. I have my websites for it. I don't need a game for it, so we'll go ahead and cite this one. Okay. Homo, also known as El Homo in Spanish. YouTuber bait games aren't really worth keeping on the whole, I feel. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but that is true. Hydrophobia. This game has gone through hell and back in terms of development, and it's a pretty impressive game for the time. Like, it has some pretty good water physics, and it was definitely kind of inspired by like Uncharted and Tomb Raider and those kind of games. So it could be cool, but honestly, the more I think about it, the more I would rather play Uncharted or Tomb Raider instead of Hydrophobia. You know, it's when a game follows in the shadows of a greater game, it runs the risk of making the player just want to play the game that inspired this one, and not the actual game that they're playing right now. So sorry, Hydrophobia, you're gonna make me want to play Tomb Raider, and that's just not how we do it around here. Ilex, okay, we can keep Ilex. That's a whole lot of Neptunia, but I do quite like the Neptunia series. Well, I've only played the first one, but I played 82 fucking hours of it, so you can tell I had my fun with it. So I'll definitely give all of them at least a shot. Otherwise, though, yeah, we'll keep them around. I Am Alive. This is a game by... Actually, I think Ubisoft published this one. It might have been Ubisoft, it might have been somebody else. But point is, it's a survival third-person shooter-ish kind of game. It has some interesting ideas, like the I think this is that game where you have a stamina bar while you're climbing and doing all these kinds of things, and once your stamina bar depletes down to 0, you don't actually let go. You then start losing health, like not just taking damage, but your actual overall max health starts going down, which is a very interesting survival mechanic, but honestly, it also sounds kind of fucking stressful, so I don't want to deal with that. Hi Alex, did you finish that game? I did, actually. It took 3 streams, but it was fun. It took 7 hours. This is an RPG that I can definitely get behind just because of how short it is. It's short and sweet. That's how I want to see more RPGs like that. Impact Winter. I don't really know what this is, so I can't live without it. The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing. They don't look that incredible, to be perfectly honest. Influent, we were playing this game last week. It might be a pretty... It seems like it could be a pretty good language learning tool, so I'll keep it. But, definitely, it definitely feels like a product of its time, too, sometimes. There's something Unity-ish about it. Influx, it is a physics-based 3D platformer. I believe I bought this game entirely because it was in that time period when we had like no 3D platformers. So whatever kind of 3D platformer I could get my hands on, I would buy it. And in hindsight, that was kind of dumb, so I'm gonna bury the hatchet on that one. I've only played the demo for I Am Alive, but it seemed really interesting. They went heavy on the grade though. Yeah. I actually did play the game. Also, hello Jackrabbit, welcome to the stream. I did play the demo of I Am Alive, I remember now. Again, it could be interesting. I'm not saying it's bad. Definitely give it a shot if it's something you might be interested in. I just have to... I have to make time for what I really want to play. That's a game I only kind of want to play. And if I only kind of want to play it... Like, look at this fucking list. I'm never gonna get around to it. So, yeah, I have to be stern here. I have to be strict. Inside, made by the Limbo developers. Okay, this one has some merit behind it, so we'll keep it. Iron Fury. It's another boomer shooter. I guess that's the name we're calling this particular genre. You have to be Howard Stern. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep Iron Fury. Jet Set Radio. Or Jet Grind Radio, as it's known in Europe. it has a really cool art style, honestly. I really love the art style of this game, and I have seen a playthrough of it. But I have played a little bit of it. It was kind of awkward. I think the problem with this game might be that the PC port is not great. So it might be worth playing this game through an emulator, more than directly here through Steam. Yeah, I remember having some issues like getting my controller to work. So maybe? Here, I'll one of these days, maybe, well, maybe not one of these days, but at some point, I'll play it on a Dreamcast emulator, and if I like it there, I might be willing to play it on a higher resolution later on PC, but for now, we'll go ahead and hide it. And yeah, I'll just play it on Dreamcast emulator one day. Joe Dever's Lone Wolf HD Remastered. It is like a choose-your-own-adventure slash RPG, turn-based RPG maybe. It seems pretty cool, seems pretty interesting, but I'm gonna be okay without it. I think I can live without it. Just Cause 2. I played a demo of this game. It was a lot of fun, but I remember actually playing it a year or two ago here on my PC, and I feel like a lot of the novelty of this game wears off after a couple of hours. Like, I can see myself playing this game for a few more hours and then giving up on it. And predicting that, just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Oh, hold on. I love this part of the song. We are listening, by the way, to the Genshin Impact. What's the name of this particular album? The Stellar Moments Volume 3. This is the most recent album that they released on their YouTube channel. It has music from most of the most recent characters, and it's really good. I really like the Genshin Impact music. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pick a new album here because I want to just finish actually. All right. Anyways, back to this. The Caden Lynch games. I watched Jacob Geller make a video about ugly games and how even ugly games can have their own twisted, disgusting appeal, and this series was one of those. I got his point. I understand where he's coming from, but I'm not interested. Getting 2. This game's fun. I'll keep that one. Katamari Damacy Reroll. Do I care that much about Katamari? Katamari is almost a meme game, honestly. Like, it might be fun, but it also looks kind of frustrating from what I've seen of it. Honestly, it leans a little too close to like YouTuber bait territory. Not gonna deal with that. Kickbeat Steam Edition. It's a rhythm game. Rhythm martial arts game. Might be alright, but rhythm-based games is a very specific genre that I have to keep a couple of them on. Killer is Dead Nightmare Edition. This is a game by Suda51, and it definitely has my attention just from the No More Hero series, so I'll go ahead and I'll give this one a look one of these days. The King of Fighters 13. Another case like with fighting games. If you're not playing the most recent game in that franchise, you're gonna have a hard time finding players, and that's kind of the point of fighting games, just playing online against other people. So I'll live without it. I can live without it. Knock Knock. Believe it is a horror point-and-click game. Again, I've a very limited list of games of this genre I'm interested in. Knock Knock looks actually pretty good. Like I like the art style, I like this character, but I'll live without it. I'll be alright. Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light is an isometric Tomb Raider spin-off. It might be alright, but I think it's one of those games where it is best enjoyed in co-op, and I don't really see myself setting this game up with a friend. So I'll live without it. The Last Remnant, it was one of those weird Squeenix RPGs from like the early Xbox 360 era. I'll live without it. I'll be alright. The Last Tinker, City of Colors. I actually played this game not that long ago. So, yeah, I'll keep it. I actually enjoyed myself with it. Left 4 Dead 2. Left 4 Dead 2 is a very popular game amongst, amongst the community of PC online games. Do I really see myself playing it too much though? I see myself playing a round or two of it, but consistently? Not really. I'm sorry, but it's not really. Alright, Legacy of Kain games. There's a couple more of them here. Play Soul Reaver. But Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver is actually a pretty great game. The other ones have a really great story. Definitely enjoy the entire Legacy of Kain story if you can. If it seems like something you would be interested in. But as far as actual games that I would want to play again, only Soul Reaver. And on that note, it's an old game on PC that you would have an easier time playing through an emulator rather than directly through a modern PC. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of the Legacy of Kain games here on PC. I do recommend you give them a shot, and especially Soul Reaver 1. But for the purposes of this, we're just gonna get rid of them. Legend of K Anniversary. This is an HD remaster of Legend of K, which was a relatively obscure action 3D platformer from the PS2. And maybe the Xbox as well. I remember playing... I didn't finish it, but I did play a good amount of it back in the PS2. And it was alright. It was okay. But do I really see myself revisiting it? Round 2. The Legend of Korra. It looks pretty cool. I actually want to give it a shot, but this is the only Avatar game that I care about playing. There are other Avatar games. There's on the GameCube and the PS2, and I think there's one on the 3DS. Not really interested in them. Only Legend of Korra. So we can keep this one, but any other Avatar games, I'm just going to skip past them. A couple of Lego games here. The Lego games look like they could be pretty fun, but they nowadays they actually do have some pretty stern competition from other 3D platformers. If this was from the time, if we were in the time period like mid 2010s, when there were like no 3D platformers available, then I would definitely consider keeping these. But now there's competition, so I no longer feel a need for Lego games, unfortunately. Lethal League. It's a pretty fun multiplayer game, but there is a sequel now, Lethal League Blazing, which has more characters, slightly improved mechanics, and a bunch of other stuff like that. So I would prefer to play that sequel as opposed to the original one. Lily, Child of Geos. Actually looks like a pretty charming Zelda-like. It might be pretty short too, so I'll keep it. I'll give it a shot. Lily, Looking Through. That was one of the first. Actually, that might be the only point-and-click game that I have ever played to completion. I mean, it was only like 2.5 hours, but I did play it to completion. Do I see myself playing it again? No. Do I recommend it? Maybe. It is very slow-paced. You gotta be ready for that. But it has some interesting things. It has some nice scenery for sure. But I do not see myself playing this game again. Limbo. I'll give it a shot. Little Nightmares, also give it a shot. These two are horror games with some merit behind them. Horror platformers. You don't platform a lot, but you do platform... Well, okay, you can't platform very well. That's the better word. You do platform a lot. You just can't... You do just play as a regular human, though. With a regular-ass jump. But yeah, the platformer horror genre is a niche but interesting genre, so I'll keep it. The Lost Crown. I have no idea what this is, so let's just get rid of it. Lovely Planet. It is a first-person shooter that kind of looks like it's trying to go for like weird Japanese aesthetic. At least that's what it strikes me. I think it's like there's a lot of Japanese in it, which could be good for my Japanese language practice, but the game itself looks like okay. It's fine. Machina of the Planet Tree Planet Ruler. This is one of the more impressive looking RPG Maker RPGs RPG Maker RPGs. That's a redundant, but I'll give it a shot. Magica is another game that is best enjoyed in co-op. I do not see myself getting a full party, like not just 2-player co-op, like 4-player co-op is what we're talking about here. It's gonna be really hard to set up a proper party for this. So if I was a much more sociable person and had a lot more Steam friends to play with, yeah, I would keep it. But as it stands, not really. And if I do ever become one such person with a bunch of Steam friends, there will probably be other games that will want to play. So Magica, even though I never played it, has run its course. Mark of the Ninja Remastered. Alright, I'll keep this one. It's stealth games are definitely a niche that that is kind of hit or miss for me. Sometimes I really like them, sometimes I don't really care for them. Mark of the Ninja Remastered looks pretty good, so I'll keep that one. The Maw is an interesting looking 3D platformer from like the early Xbox 360 era. I'll keep it. I want to give it a shot. The Max Payne series. Let me get some more actually. I already kind of need some a little bit right now. We're actually going through this list much quicker than I thought we would be. But anyways, Max Payne. They are games for a relatively broad audience, actually. Just a gritty third-person shooter genre is pretty popular. But the Max Payne games in particular seem like they're very difficult. Now I'm okay with that, but they might also be kind of frustrating, and I'm not sure if I'm okay with that. I know Kid Icarus really likes them. I know a lot of people really like them, but am I willing to put up with them myself? I probably would have fun with them, but they're not in my priority list. Honestly, yeah, I'll be alright without the Max Paynes. Another Neptunia game, we can keep that one. Mercenary Kings Reloaded Edition. It's side-scrolling shoot 'em up. It looks fun, but not fun enough. Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor. Okay, we can keep this one. I am genuinely interested in playing these games at some point in the future. Mind Path to Thalamus. Thalamus or whatever. I think this is just like this is one of those walking simulators that's just like really pretty. And it does look really pretty. But Genshin Impact is prettier. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Even in this category, they have to compete against Genshin Impact. Alright, Mini Ninjas. Mini Ninjas is a pretty cool, it's not really a stealth game actually, it's more just an adventure action platformer. I have a soft spot for it, alright. I have a soft spot for this one, I'll keep it. Mirror's Edge, I like Mirror's Edge, we can keep Mirror's Edge. Mitsugi Kamui Hikae. This seems like it's a game that looks like it would be cool for 15 minutes and then gets repetitive. I'll live without it. Momodora 3. It's a side-scrolling action hack and slash kind of game. I can live without it, honestly. Monaco. I'd rather go to the country Monaco, not play the game Monaco. Monster Hunter World. This is a game that has the potential to consume your life. Just like Monster Hunter Sunbreak. Rise Sunbreak, I mean. It could be a lot of fun, but again, this is one of those games that with friends, it would be great. But without friends, it might diminish the experience a little bit. Now, I might still be willing to give it a shot. Let's play a couple of rounds with it. Maybe this could be one of those games that I play, but I don't finish. And that's okay. It's okay to play a game until you're satisfied with it, not until the game's credits roll. So honestly, yeah, this could be one of those times where I just play the game until I'm satisfied, until I had my fill, I got my money's worth. I probably got this from a Humble Bundle, honestly, so the actual money that I spent on it was probably less than $15. So, we'll keep it. But yeah. MX vs ATV Reflex. I'm not even sure why I have this. I played one of these MX vs ATV games on the PS2, and I had some fun with it, but it's not a game I can see myself really visiting right nowadays. Nights into Dreams. I see what Nights is doing. I appreciate it, but I'm not gonna mess with it. Nihil Umbra. It's a puzzle platformer. I actually 100%ed this game. It was very difficult, but I did it. And I'm proud of that achievement, but do I see myself actually coming back to this game? Not really. Not really. I kind of recommend it. It's just not something I want to come back to. No time to explain. It's fun, but it's also kind of a meme game. I don't really... I already played it once. I don't see myself playing it again. Nuts. Alright, we keep nuts. Octodad, Deadliest Catch. It's a good meme game, but a meme game nonetheless. I'm sorry. The Oddworld series. I am not interested in the PS1 Oddworld games. Even though those are the most popular ones, I'm aware. But, thanks to New and Tasty and Soulstorm, I might reconsider revisiting them after I played some other Oddworld games, but not the first two. Cadicrus would have me hanged for this statement, but thankfully Cadicrus is not here. Okay. I don't think I'd personally keep any walking simulators besides this, like the Stanley Parable. You will inevitably have to remove a game that you really highly recommend. Yes. It's inevitable. Munch's Odyssey and Stranger's Wrath. Stranger's Wrath in particular, I do want to play. This is a combination of a 3D platformer and a first-person shooter. It actually switches between the two genres in the different areas of the game. So I'm very interested in playing this one. Munch's Odyssey? You know what? It's Cadicrus. Cadicrus is the factor that's making me want to consider playing this game. But do I actually want to play it myself? Not that much, really. So we're gonna go ahead. We're just gonna keep Stranger's Wrath. That's the Oddworld game I genuinely, honest to God, want to play. The other ones I only have a passing interest in. Okami's fucking awesome. Okami can stay. Prelude Sigma Old Edition. There's a new edition, and even the new edition is probably one of those like anime hack and slash games that are fun for an hour and then get kind of repetitive. I'm okay without it. One Finger Death Punch was fun. I actually beat this game. I didn't complete it 100%, but I did finish it. I played it. It was fun, but I don't think I'll play it again. Our darker purpose is competing against stuff like The Binding of Isaac. One of those games that's just gonna make me want to play The Binding of Isaac. And even then, I don't actually care that much about roguelites like The Binding of Isaac. So I can live without it. Outland. It's an interesting idea. It's a 2D side-scroller puzzle action-ish where you have to switch between blue and red, and to pass through walls and beat certain enemies, and like they can't, like one kind of like blue enemies will be affected by red attacks, and red attacks with red barriers can only go through if you're already red and stuff like that. It's an interesting gimmick, but it's a gimmick. That is another genre. The gimmick platformer, or the gimmick game where the developer had an idea, they had a gimmick, and then they just made a whole game around that gimmick. And it's not a bad game, but it's a gimmick. The gimmick will eventually get old. So yeah, we'll we're going to get this. Who the hell is that on the Paladin's graphics? This is Maeve. This is a this is her like Christmas I don't remember what the name of the outfit is, but it's her Christmas outfit. She has like a full-on catgirl aesthetic here. I actually want that. I want that outfit. But unfortunately I don't play too much Paladins nowadays, and I think it's kind of difficult to get a hold of this outfit anyway, so I'll be okay without it. Outlast is one of those horror games that is probably it's actually pretty good. I've seen 2 playthroughs of Outlast already. Do I see myself playing it instead of just watching somebody else play it? Honestly, not really. There's a lot of jump scares in Outlast. A lot of it is jump scare horror. I don't care that much about jump scare horror. It's a good horror game overall. I just don't. I'll be okay with it. Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. I don't remember why I bought this game. Again, probably just the drought of 3D platformers that just made me want to buy it. And here, so many of these 3D platformers that I bought on impulse and I never actually played them. Fucking hell. Don't be an impulse buyer like me. You make mistakes. You make a lot of mistakes. No, we're not gonna play Pac-Man to Ghostly Adventures. I'm sorry. Okay. It was like a Toby Fox anime parody character. I guess. Alright. Yeah, Pac-Man the Ghostly Adventures. Making that the pre-ahead era sound like the Dark Ages. Honestly, yeah, for 3D platformers. Pre-ahead in time was a dark time. Every once in a while we would get a Mario game. Well, the Nintendo players would get a Mario game, and the PlayStation players would get a Ratchet and Clank. Every once in a while. Other than that, we were fucking drought. We were fucking like dying of thirst, us 3D platformer fans. It was horrible. Alright. Painkiller Black Edition. I think this is one of those like arcadey. It's not really a boomer shooter. Or it might be a boomer shooter, but it's more arcadey than it is story driven or like level driven. So honestly, yeah, I'll be okay without it. But I'm just gonna say, I will probably come back to this game, play a couple hours one of these days. Not one of these days, but you know, at some point. Papers, Please is a game that has been highly praised by a lot of people, and I'm sure it would be great. But here's the thing with this one. I do not want to play this game because of what it makes you do. For a little bit of what are we listening to? Hold on a second, was this? Wow. I was Genshin Impact still. Alright, anyways. Papers, Please is a game where you play as like an immigration... You play as a guy running an immigration checkpoint. And the game kind of requires you to make some very grim, tough choices. And it's too dark. Like, it is it's probably a very well made game with some very genuine, like, thought put behind it. But it's honestly one of those games that would actually make me feel uncomfortable. So no, I don't want to play it. It's a good game that I don't want to play. Papo and Yo, however, I'll give it a shot. It's one of those like 3D platformers with a story. I'll give it a shot. Party of Sin. I've actually 100%ed this game. I'm not sure why I did it. It's just okay, and I don't see myself playing it again. I like Sloth. Sloth is pretty cute, but other than that, we'll hide this one. The Penumbra series is one of those like obscure horror games that were probably pretty cool for a particular audience, but I think I'll be alright without them. I will be okay without the Penumbra games. Can't hear any music. Okay, let me increase the volume a little bit. Let me know if you can hear it as soon as it starts playing. Okay, now it's playing. Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds. This could be fun, but it's a beat 'em up. My history with beat 'em ups is very limited. I haven't played too many of them. I don't have a lot of fondness for the genre. So when it comes to this situation where it's a game in a genre that I don't have much history with, it has to be top of the crop. Like absolute best of the best that you have to offer. And I feel like this is alright. This strikes me as a game that is fun for beat 'em up enthusiasts. I am not a beat 'em up enthusiast. I have a couple of beat 'em up games that I am interested in, but this is honestly not one of them. Pony Island. Looks pretty cool. But it also feels kind of YouTube clickbaity. So I'm gonna live without it. Project Warlock, okay, boomer shooter, they can stay. Proxy Blade Zero, Psychonauts and Pumpkin Jack, both pretty cool 3D platformers. Now, obviously, there's a difference in age here, but I love Psychonauts back when I played it in the PS2, and I loved the 51 minutes I played of Pumpkin Jack. So both of them can stay for sure. You like Pony Island, okay? It's a short and sweet game, if you ask me. Not sure what part of it makes it baity. I don't know. I guess it's just maybe it's less baity and just more like the mindfuckery. There's some about the mindfuck kind of games that I'm okay with, but I don't care about them too much. Let me go get some more. Let me go get some more music now. Okay, here's another one. Wait, this is not starting from the beginning. Okay, there we go. Alright, Quantum Conundrum. The puzzle game. I can live without it. Rat. It is a game by Double Fine. You know, the Psychonauts developers. It could be fun, it could be interesting. It definitely is going to be interesting if I play it, but am I really that interested in playing it? Not really. Isometric hack and slash games, for me it's pretty much just the games made by Supergiant Games and the very small selection of other ones, and that's not one of them. Oh, so you said rat. No, R-A-D. D as in deviant, not T as in troglodyte. Those are some weird examples I use for those letters, but okay, anyways. Resedier. I actually don't care that much about playing Resedier. I mean, it could be. It could be fun, but do I really care that much about playing Resedier again? Yeah, it's a cool game. It definitely has an audience, and I've seen Jerome play it, and he had a lot of fun with it. But I don't see myself putting up with it. Alright, Resident Evil, all of the Resident Evils can stay. I love the Resident Evil games. Ryan Berta, I have no idea what you are. Okay, we're gonna get rid of you. Resident 3, I have no idea what you are. We're gonna get rid of you. Risk of Rain, okay, Risk of Rain 2 is very popular, but Risk of Rain 1? Probably a roguelike, and I'm not too keen of roguelikes. A couple of them, but not this one. Rock of Ages, it's almost a meme game, actually. I mean, there's some merit to it. I have played it a little bit. It can be fun. Sorry. Excuse me. It can be fun. I'm gonna live without it, though. I'll be alright. Seventh Descent. Cool pixel graphics, but that's all I can really say about it. Right, live without. Scarlet. Okay, Scarlet X actually does look pretty cool. I'll keep this one. It's in the genre of anime hack and slash games, it is definitely one of the more impressive looking ones. So I'll give that one a shot. The Senran Kagura games can all stay. I have a fun history with the Senran Kagura series. Severed Steel can stay. It's a boomer shooter that I'm interested in. Shadow Warrior can stay. That's another one I'm interested in playing. Shanta game, both I don't have all of them, but the ones that I do have can stay. Wow, the letter S is killing it. I have a lot of really cool games that start with the letter S. Shines, The Lightning Kingdom. I'm also very interested in playing this one. Alright. Skullgirls is one of those few fighting games that actually still has an active community, so if I do want to get into fighting games, this could be a good one to start with. Skyborn is also a relatively popular RPG maker game. Like, one of the more impressive examples in the genre. I haven't played it myself too much. I only played 26 minutes of it, but I do want to play it. Sleeping Dogs is another game I actually really want to play one of these days. Okay, whew. Sonic. A whole lot of Sonic here. Okay. The two racing games, I'll keep the Transformed, not this one. Sonic Adventure, yeah, Yeah, I do want to play the Sonic Adventure games. Sonic City. I'm not that keen on classic Sonic. I have to be honest, I am not that keen on classic Sonic. 2D Sonic. I know blasphemous. Most people say that the 2D Sonics are the good ones. But I've played them. Honestly, like they're cool, they're fun, but I can live without them. I'm considering playing Sonic Mania and Freedom Planet as we had earlier. But other than those two, and maybe the Sonic Advance games or Sonic Rush games, the ones on the Game Boy Advance and maybe the Nintendo DS, I actually don't want to play those, but I can live without Sonic City, honestly. I can live without Sonic City. Sonic Generation, okay, I do want to play Sonic Generation one day. Sonic the Hedgehog 4, not really. Not really. Space Channel 5 Part 2. I can live without it. I'm sorry, I can't live without it. Okay, fair enough. Sonic City is one of those games that's cooler in videos than it is in the moment compared to Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Mania. Time to travel stuff. Time travel stuff is a bit finicky, yeah. Anyways, Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. Actually, have heard some pretty good things about this game. It's a 2D platformer from the PS2 era, and this is an HD remaster. It's one of Nitro Rat's favorite surprises. Like he really liked this game when he played it back in the day. So I'll keep it for sure. Spyro, okay, Spyro can stay. Obviously, Spyro. I love Spyro. The Stanley Parable. Yeah, all right. As you said earlier, amongst walking simulators, this one stands out. This one definitely stands out. Stealthing 2, a game of clones, on the other hand, does not stand out. Does not spark joy. SteamWorld Dig. Could be fun, could be interesting, but I'm not gonna deal with it. A story about my uncle. Despite the name, it's actually a movement-based first-person platformer. That actually looks pretty fun. I'll play it one of these days. Street Fighter V. Due to Street Fighter 6 existence, I no longer care about Street Fighter V. Strider. It's another one of those Capcom, like, 2D side-scrollers that got a reboot. I can live without Strider, honestly. I'll be alright. Styx Shards of Darkness. This is a stealth game. I'll give this one a shot. There's something about Styx that does kind of stand out. I remember playing a demo of it. I had fun with it. But I'll have to do a double take on this one to really make a decision. Super Combo Man Smash Edition. I've tried to play this game like 3 times already. It just never clicked with me. Sword Art Online, Fatal Bullet. I don't care about Sword Art Online. System Shock 2 is a very popular game because of its links with the well, not really links, but just because it was one of the earliest games by the BioShock developers. And it could be pretty good. And honestly, yeah, that connection to BioShock does make me interested. But does it make me interested enough? I don't know. We're gonna save that for round 2. Tacoma? I think I know what this game is going for. I can live without it, honestly. Tales of Berseria I can stay, Tales of Vesperia I can stay, and Tales of Zestiria I can stay. All the Tales of games can stay. Team Fortress 2 can stay. Tekken 7. Again, fighting game, recency bias. The most recent one is the one that's gonna actually give you players, so Tekken 8 will be the one I'll be interested in, not Tekken 7 anymore. Teleglitch, Die More Edition. It's I feel like this game is just trying to advertise itself as difficult, and I think it's also a roguelike, so I can live without it. Terraria I can say. Terraria is one of those few games that can actually compete against Minecraft for me. I still like Minecraft better, but Terraria has enough of its own to offer. So I'll keep it. Okay. I knew you were gonna chuck in here Tales of games despite how long they are. Yeah. I have a history with the Tales of games. They are very long, but they are games I really like, personally. They get the pass from me. Tesla Effect, on the other hand, this is one of those live action games. It was like kind of choose your own adventure live action games. I'm sure Germa would like it, but I'm not Germa. On to all the Tomb Raiders and the Ifs. Okay, Thief. The Thief series also highly praised for its systemic mechanics. But honestly, it's gotta be between Thief and Deus Ex. And between those two, I'm leaning to go towards Deus Ex a little bit, just because that one has a little bit more merit. And also, this game looks really old. I don't know if it's gonna run. So I'm gonna hide the Thief games. And I think Deadly Shadows is actually a little bit different from the other one, so I can live with it. I actually did play a little bit of the Thief reboot that came out in like 2014, 2015. That one was fun, but not that impressive. To the Moon is a very good story. It's a very good story told in an RPG Maker game. I'll keep it. Yeah, honestly, this story actually kind of stuck. Now, I kind of ruined it for myself because instead of playing the game, I watched PewDiePie play it. In hindsight, that was not a very good choice. I should have just played the game myself. But maybe if I wait long enough, I'll forget the details and be able to enjoy the game myself. Alright, Tomb Raider. A lot of Tomb Raider. To be perfectly honest, I am not interested in any Tomb Raider games that came out before Tomb Raider Legend. They are just a little bit too primitive for my liking. So Tomb Raider 1, Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider 3, Tomb Raider The Last Revelation, Tomb Raider Chronicles, and Tomb Raider The Angel of Darkness. All of those we can just hide them. Tomb Raider Legend, however, I actually did play Tomb Raider Legend and I had fun with it. I thought it was pretty fun. I am interested in playing Underworld and Anniversary. Not super excited for them, but I'll give them a shot. And then as the Tomb Raider reboot, I am definitely willing to give the Tomb Raider reboot about it. It actually looks like I probably would enjoy the reboot more than the classic Tomb Raiders, if I have to be honest. Torren. I played this game, I completed this game, I got all the achievements, took me 2.5 hours. Would I play it again? No, honestly the game is kind of unfinished. It is a, it was actually a game that was funded by the Brazilian government. Like the game is made in Brazil, and it was funded by the Brazilian government in a movement to like promote Brazilian like arts and culture. Arts and crafts and culture around the world. And I can see what they were trying to do. I can see why they were probably proud of this game, but at the same time, I don't see myself playing it again. So, unfortunately, going in the bin. Trine. They're cool games. They have this thing where you play as 3 different characters: a rogue, a mage, and a knight, and they all have different abilities that you use to traverse the levels in the 2D. They look cool. They look fun. But do I really care that much about playing them? In the realm of 2D side-scrolling puzzle games, there's a lot of competition, and I feel like Trine is just not gonna... It's not gonna do it for me. I can feel it. I can feel it. Two Brothers, I don't even really know what this is. So we're gonna hide that one. Ultra Street Fighter 4. I really like the art style of Ultra Street Fighter 4 Street Fighter 4 specifically, way more than Street Fighter 5. It's a lot more stylized. But again, recency bias, Street Fighter 6 is just gonna have more people to play with. So we're gonna mess with that instead. Undertale, I haven't played it yet, but I will someday. Okay. Valdes Story, Abyssal City. I've played this game a couple of times. It's a cool 2D hack and slash, but is it cool enough? I'm afraid not. I have to be honest with myself. I'm afraid it's not cool. It's not cool enough. It wasn't trying hard enough yet. Valkyria Chronicles. Yeah, I want to play Valkyria Chronicles one day. It looks fun. Valkyrie Drive Bikini is a game by the Senran Kagura developers, so by default it already kind of has my attention, so we can keep that one. Vanguard Princess, on the other hand, is a fighting game. Not a very popular one, and therefore no players, and therefore I don't care. Velvet Assassin. Velvet Assassin is a stealth game. I played it for almost 5 hours. And honestly, I had my fix with it. I've had my fix of Velvet Assassin. I don't intend on finishing it, so I'm done with it. I got my money's worth. In my opinion, I already got my money's worth with that game. Visitor cleanup detail. Yeah, we can keep this game. It is one of those few games, like just random dumb fun, launch it and have fun with it kind of games that I do enjoy. So we can keep them. The Walking Dead, on the other hand, I can live without The Walking Dead. I can live without it. I think I would almost rather watch somebody else play it than play it myself. Warframe. It's competing against Genshin Impact. I'm sorry, Warframe. Remove from account. Yeah, you might as well just watch a Let's Play. The Witcher 2. I kind of want to try out The Witcher 3, but not The Witcher 2. I'll be alright. What are the locks? World Lux. Woodle can say I can't say no to that face. Woodle's too much fun. I actually did finish and complete the game. By the way, I do like it. It's too cute, man. Come on, I can't get rid of Woodle. Wolf, the Red Hood Diaries. I think I played the first couple of levels of this one. I can live without it. The World 2 Hunting Boss. It's like a boss fight gauntlet kind of thing. I can live without it. World of Goo. Excellent music. I don't care about playing game though. Worms Armageddon and Worms Ultimate Mayhem. Arcadey fun would be great if you had friends to play it. And I remember playing Worms Armageddon a good bit when I was a kid, so I have a history with them. But it's gonna be kind of hard to really get the proper experience with these games if I don't get people to play them with, so we're just gonna get rid of them. X-Blades, why do I have this fucking game? I had this game on the PS3, I finished it on the PS3, I hated it. And then for some goddamn fucking reason I bought it again on Steam. I'm still gonna hate it. What's wrong with me? Get rid of it. Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami. Okay, the Yakuza series can stay. I love the Yakuza games. The Yoch. What the fuck is a Yoch? Yearwalk. Okay, Yearwalk is actually a pretty good horror game. Would I replay it, however? I recommend it. I recommend playing this game. It is it's based on Swedish or general Scandinavian folk horror, and it's got some pretty cool stuff. I definitely recommend giving Yearwalk a shot, but I have given it that shot. I played the game, I completed it, I've had fun with it, and I am done with it. So I do not think I will play the game. All the surprises are gone now because I already know what's happening. So yeah, Is Origin. I am somewhat interested in the Is series, but to be perfectly honest, I am only really interested in Is 7, Lacrimosa. No, Is 8 and Is 9, because they are the most recent ones with pretty big worlds to explore and much more detailed graphics and all that stuff. These Is games are probably fun, they're probably great, but they're also a little bit primitive for my liking, so I can live without Is Origin. And Zenbound is a puzzle game. Okay. We have significantly lowered the number of this list. Let's go through round 2 now. Oh, actually we still have plenty of time. We might actually be able to go through a number of games in my collection. We'll move on to the Epic Game Store after this. After we're done with Steam. But yeah, we'll do our round 2. Okay. Let's review these. Age of Empires 2. No, I don't think I would actually play this game again. yeah, I wouldn't. It's fun, it's great, I had my fix with it. I already played it. The Alice games. I really like the music in both of these games. I love listening to it. But would I really, genuinely, honest to God, replay Alice Madness Returns and American McGee's Alice? No. American McGee's Alice is kind of primitive in its design. It's fun, it's great aesthetically. I definitely recommend either playing it once or watching a playthrough of it. Same for Madness Returns. But I would not play them again. I already played them, I already had my fun with them. I would not play them again. Medieval, okay, where is it? I'm interested in. Amnesia, The Dark Descent. Honestly, I have already seen a playthrough of this one. I already know the jump scares and just things like that, and... yeah, the more I think about it, the more I see this game as something I would be interested in watching other people play rather than playing it myself. Aragami. Alright. If in round 2 I'm still unsure, then we are going to add these games to a list. In fact, I'm going to make a notepad right now. We are going to add these games to a list of games that I kind of want to play on stream once at some point, just so I can make that decision. Just so I can make that decision live on stream. To give them a shot, to give them that fair chance to impress me. And if they don't do it, then I'm sorry, but Aragami is going to be the first game in that list. Okay, you guys can't see the list, but the list is definitely there. Also, I completely missed your comment earlier. I can't imagine returning to any of the Telltale games, besides maybe the 7 Max games, since they've just aged poorly in the grand scheme of things. 7 Max gets a pass for just being incredibly funny. Yeah, I do want to give the 7 Max games a shot at one point, but the rest of the Telltale games, only The Wolf Among Us. The Wolf Among Us looks pretty good. But, okay, anyways, Audiosurf. I would honestly prefer to listen to the music than to play to the music in this particular scenario. I like that. I don't mind how Audiosurf plays, but I don't love it either. I think it's just alright. And yeah, I don't see myself revisiting Audiosurf particularly often. Bastioned can stay again. If I'm sure of it, I'm not adding into this. If I'm unsure, that's when we're moving with it. Arkham Origins. I'm gonna add that game to the list. To the unsure list. Batman Arkham Origins. That is one game we're probably gonna do on stream at some point, because I know I enjoy Arkham Asylum. I know I enjoyed what I played of Arkham City. I don't know about Origins. That's the one game that was not made by the Rocksteady Studios, or Rocksteady Games, or whatever they're called. It was made by a different developer. It might not have quite as much going for it. It might be a good game. Who knows? But I don't know. A Bird Story. We're gonna play it. Tell you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna play this game on stream, and I'm gonna be able to play the whole thing in one go on stream, and then I'll never touch it again. So, all right, we'll go ahead and put it in here. Bird Story. All right. Black Mesa. We already played that on stream. Blaze Blue. Calamity Trigger. No. If I want to play a Blaze Blue game, it's gonna be one of the more recent ones that have better controls and everything. Bloodstain, okay, Bloodstain can stay. Rock the Investigator, okay, we can say that. Bloods can stay. Poor can stay. Cloud Build. Stream. Cloud Build and Cloud Punk, actually. Both of them. Cloud Build. Cloud Punk. Alright. Yeah, both of these games. Actually, I misspelled Cloudpunk. It's actually just one word. Sorry, it was two. All right. Yeah, what are those games getting added to the list? Does this look unsure to you? Yeah. Oof, I'm gonna run out of water here soon, but I think I got a refill in my fridge, thankfully. Code Vein, yeah, Code Vein can say Condemned. I am going to go with... No, honestly, there are probably better games now that offer a similar experience. Contrast, yeah, Contrast is cool. I'll try to go. Costume Quest. No, Somebody just doesn't quite appeal to me. It's probably a very funny game, but it might be kind of tedious. I don't feel like dealing with that. Crash can stay, Crystal can stay, Copper can stay, Dark Souls can stay, Dark Side 2 can stay, Dark Side 1 can stay, Dark Side 2, Inventory of Trials can stay. Stream. Alright. Deus Ex and Deus Ex Human Revolution. And Deus Ex Human Revolution. I do not have Mankind Divided. But we have these two, so we're gonna give those two a shot. I wouldn't blame you for pulling Custom Quest. If you want to play a game like that, just play a Mario RPG. Yeah. There's a lot of games that are inspired by the Mario RPG series. And yeah. Alright, Devil May Cry, all of them can say, Dread Temple can say, Rare can say, Dusk can say, Dusk can stay, Dust can stay, Enslaved can stay, Freedom can stay, blah blah. Ghost of a Tale, stream. Ghost of a Tale is gonna be a stream game. Okay. Guacamelee can say, Gorman can say, Half-Life, all of them can say, and I can say, all these can say, Glory can say, Hitman can say, Rod can say, Helix, all the Nintendo games, Influence. We actually already got this one on stream. Again, I'll personally play it a little bit more, but alright. Inside can say, all of these can stay. Honestly, hold on a second. The killer is dead. It is entirely possible that there's a bit of a I want to call this the CD Projekt Red phenomenon, where CD Projekt Red made one incredible game called The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and because of that game, everybody else wants to believes that every other game that they've made is going to be incredible, and that might not be the case. Suda 51 made No More Heroes, and I quite enjoy No More Heroes, but I also recognize that it has problems. And if every game by Suda 51 has that same aesthetic, but is it gonna be of quality, of equal quality? I'm not sure. Killer is Dead might be one of those games that is just kind of piggybacking off of the popularity of the other games by the developer, but not its own popularity. So we're gonna add that to the list. Killer is Dead. The stream list. Killer is Dead. We're building a little bit of a list here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, we should probably start numbering these. Alright, well yeah, Killer is Dead. Alright, last thing we can say. Legend of K. No. You know why? Because this game kind of feels... It's a bit platformy, it's a bit Zelda-ish. It's gonna make me want to play The Legend of Zelda. I can feel it. I remember what I played of this game back in the PS2. It's gonna make me want to play Zelda. I'm sorry. Legend of Korra can stay. Lily Child, we'll add this one to the stream, just because I kind of want to stream that one regardless. Lady Child of Geos. This is another like blatantly a Zelda game inspired game, but I don't know, some bit more charming about this one. Then we're gonna say Little Nightmares can stay. Actually. Yeah, okay, no, yeah, I'll just play them on my own. Machina of the Planet Tree. And ruler. Stream. How do you spell this again? Machina of the Planet Tree. Dash. Planet ruler. Okay. Okay. Actually, hold on. Yeah, let me start numbering these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm feeling like the count over here. Okay. And there we go. 10. Okay, 11. Machina of the Planet Tree. Machina of the Planet Tree. And then Planet Ruler. What a weird fucking name, but I guess it wouldn't be an RPG if it didn't have such a name. Are we out of music? No, we're not out of music yet, but are we almost out of music? We are almost out of music, okay. We'll find something else to listen to here in a minute. Okay, Marker and Ninja, that can stay. The Maw. We'll play that. We'll play the Maw on stream because I'm a little unsure about it. It seems like it could be interesting, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. The Maw can do that. Okay, Shadow Mord, I can say. Mini Ninjas is really pretty. I love the environments in Mini Ninjas. But if I already saw these environments when I played the game, would I really play the game again just to see it? Because gameplay-wise, it's fine. It's fine. No, I have to be stern. I have to be strict. Mini Ninjas, I played you once and I had my fun with you. I appreciate you. I respect that of you, but I'm not gonna play you again. I'm sorry. I was just gonna say. Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter. You know what scares me about this game? It's too fucking big. I know this game is too fucking big. I think as I said that I could probably play it for a little bit and then just forget about it. But at the same time, I know myself. I'm a completionist. It's gonna bother me not being able to not playing this game without the intention of completing it. It's gonna bother me. For my own sanity, I'm not gonna do it. Nuts. All right. Honestly, the only reason I would replay Nuts is because of the achievements. I need to stop replaying games because of achievements. Okay, Nuts. I paid $20 for you. I played you on stream. That was fun. But do I really want to play you again? Not really. Oddworld can stay. In fact, Oddworld. No, okay. No, well, I just play it on my own and then fucking see you streaming it, maybe. I completely skipped past this one when we were doing this the first time around. It's arcadey fun. I don't care about arcadey fun. I wouldn't bother revisiting a game unless it's one of my favorites. Or if it's really easy to hop back into like a Sudoku tier puzzle game, yeah. Papo and Yo. You know what? We'll play this one on stream. I am unsure about it, but before that, let me get some music. Let's see. Yep. What do we get here? Footprints of the Traveler. Sure, we'll listen to that one. That's another Genshin Impact thing. I haven't listened to this one yet, but probably got some cool music in it. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and add Papo and Yo to the list. 13, Papo, and Yo. Okay. Black World can stay, Cyclone can stay, Pumpjack can stay, all the Resident Evil games can stay, Scarlet Nexus can stay, all the Samurai Hero games can stay, Super Seal, Shadow Warrior, Kante, Shines, blah 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 blah. Actually, we'll add Skyborn to the list. It is still... I know it has a lot of merit behind it, but it cannot run away from the fact that it is an RPG Maker game. I'm sorry, but the RPG Maker engine has a bit of a muddy reputation. So even if there's a really genuinely good game in it, I'm gonna have to double check. Just because of the engine and the history behind that engine. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Sonic can stay. Sonic All-Stars Racing Transform can stay. I don't do too many kart racers, but every once in a while. Maybe this will be one of the good ones that I try out. Okay, all of these can stay. Stanley. I'll play the Stanley Parable on stream. I might not actually complete it though. The Stanley Parable. Okay, great. Same for a story about my uncle. I need to double check that game. Okay. Man, among RPG Maker games, I don't think I'd keep any of them besides Lisa the Painful, and that includes Lisa's sequel. Yeah, like, yeah, it's a really it's an engine clearly made for beginners, for people that it's a good stepping stone. I'm not saying you can't make a good game in it. I'm not saying you can't make a great game with it. There are a couple of examples, but you're gonna have to put a lot of it for the effort that you would need to make a really good RPG Maker game. You might as well just make a game with a different engine. Yeah, that's the thing. If you're gonna put that much effort into an RPG Maker game, then don't. Just use a different engine. That's the thing about RPG Maker. It's too limiting for people that have some truly insane ideas. Unless they got something that's like really creative using the limitations of RPG Maker, like Hylix does. And Lisa the Painful. But other than those very few examples here and there, that's it. Okay, Styx, Shards of Darkness, let's add that to the list. 17 Styx, Shards of Darkness. Man, we got a lot of stream ideas here. No, I did not mean to click on the Stanley Parable. Okay, where are we? System Shock 2. That's another stream. Nah, I don't really feel like playing it. I don't feel like playing it. Okay. What else games can stay? And we're still gonna stay. Terra can stay to the moon. I'll play that on my own because honestly, this one's so story driven that it might be better to just play it on your own. Tomb Raider games can all stay. I'll play them on my own eventually. Undertale can stay. Valkyrie can stay. Valkyrie Drive can stay. Blah blah blah. I can stay. I can say. Okay, good. We have a list of 17 games from my Steam library that we are going to stream throughout the year. Good thing we're doing this in January, so we have plenty of time for it. But we're not done here, because now we gotta move on to the Epic Games Store, which is going to be taking me a little bit of time to launch, so give me 1 second. I'll go ahead and close that. And look for that over here. I'm amazed you managed to trim it down to 17. Yeah, again, there's 17 games that I want to stream to double check if I really want to keep them or not. Not 17 games that I want to keep, just 17 games that I want to revisit, that I want to really give them a shot. Okay. Anyways, alright. Where is the library? There is the library. Okay. These games, we're gonna have to do something a little bit different because there is no function in the Epic Games Store to limit them like you can with wait, hold on. Let me actually make this full screen. There we go. That's more like it. Okay, let me move this a little bit over here. Alright. There we go. Okay, so here's my Epic Game Store library. Every single one of these games was obtained for free. Each and every single one of them. So, you know, I haven't actually spent a dime on this freaking store. But out of those free games that I have obtained, which ones do I really want to keep? Okay. Let's see. For these, we're actually going to go ahead and create a collection. And we're going to call this collection Trash. So anything that I don't want to keep, we're going to add to the Trash collection. Alright. A Plague Tale, and we'll do this just like with Steam. We'll go through the list once, and then we'll go through the list again. To see which ones we're going to keep. A Plague Tale Innocence. We'll keep this one. This is a game made by, I'm not sure who made it, but it seems like a pretty substantially well-written story and world. So, okay, I'll keep that one. Alba, a wildlife adventure, is a cozy game. I haven't played it, but it looks like a cozy game. It's pretty 3D platform. Okay, we can keep that one. Alien Isolation is the only Alien game that I actually care about. But do I really want to play it all the way through? I mean, I enjoyed the Alien movies, but am I a huge fan of the Alien series? Not really. I've seen a playthrough of it. I think I watched Markiplier play Alien Isolation. It seems fun. It seems interesting. But would I really want to? Okay, round two. Amnesia Rebirth. This is the latest Amnesia game. I would rather watch somebody else play it. I wouldn't want to play it myself. Trash. I wish I could just remove it. But alright. Among the Sleep. I don't know why I have this here again. So trash. No, don't create a new collection. Trash. Okay. Among Us. I forgot. That's why I have this fucking game. If a group of VTubers asks me, hey, would you like to join us for our Among Us stream? Only then would I consider playing this. Otherwise, trash. The possibilities of that happening are slim to none. I don't know why I have all the Bioshock games here too. I want to add them to the trash here on the Epic Game Store. Okay. Borderlands 3 has the same criteria as the other Borderlands game we saw earlier, so trash. Border Tales of Sons, I have this here as well, so trash. City Skylines, I am not really that much of city sim kind of game. Trash. City of Brass, what the fuck is this? No, I just wanna... Can I just go to the store? Yeah, go to the store page. I wanna see some screenshots. What is this? Huh. Is this like a roguelike? Well, let's read the description real quick. Action first person roguelite. Nah. Trash. Control. Okay, I do actually want to play Control. Crystals. I don't know why I have it twice. Actually, I do know why I have it twice because I just collected everything that was free. Trash. Demon X Machina. This game came out on the Switch and then it came out on PC, and it's a great game for a very specific audience. I am not part of that audience, so unfortunately, trash. Darkest Dungeon is a very similar story to Papers, Please. It is a game that probably has a lot of it's probably very well made, very good, but I just don't feel like dealing with the darkness of it. Trash. Darkwood. I saw someone play this game. But whatever you're playing was it? Nah. Trash. Jock. With a Q. It seems like a stream game. Honestly, yeah, that seems like a stream. I'm gonna add that to the list. Okay. Dark with a Q. Alright. And we're gonna make a new collection for that. I'm gonna call that one Stream. Okay. Dead by Daylight, trash. I'm never gonna play it. I don't really care about playing Dead by Daylight. Dead Stranding. They gave this out during Christmas just last year. By last year, I mean like, you know, a couple weeks ago. But do I really want to play Death Stranding? Do I really want to play Death Stranding when I'm not actually that big of a fan of Hideo Kojima games? Like, I appreciate them. I really want to play Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, but that's the only one. I know I would get hanged for saying this, but trash. And the add-ons too, trash. Defense Grid, The Awakening, it's a tower defense, trash. Demon Still, I think it's a pinball game, trash. The only pinball game I'm interested in is Senran Kagura Peach Ball. So, you know. Dishonored, okay. Okay, we can keep Dishonored. Doom 64. I mean, do I really want to play all the Doom games? I don't know. How about this? We'll put this one on stream. Fist, Fortune Shadow Outdoors. We played a demo of this on stream. I loved it. So yeah, we're definitely keeping that one. Fallout 3 though. I've played Fallout 3 a little bit here and there on the PS3. Galactic Civilizations 3. Trash. Galactic Civilizations 3 Test Edition. Trash. Genshin Impact. I added it to the Epic Game Store just because I wanted to see if I could run it to the to my Steam Deck to here, but I cannot. Now I'm not gonna add it to trash because maybe if we can eventually do that, then that's great. But yeah, we'll keep it right. We'll leave it alone for now. Ghostwire Tokyo Prelude. The Corrupted Files. This is a I think it's like a visual novel prequel to the actual Ghostwire Tokyo game itself. So I do want to play that game, Ghostwire Tokyo. So we'll keep this one. We'll keep that one. Godfall. I got this for free when I bought this. Trash. I do not see myself playing Godfall. I played it a little bit. I actually played it for the intent purpose of testing out the computer, and it works. And I could run it at max resolution at like 60 plus frames per second, so that was great. It served its purpose of letting me know that my computer is indeed powerful. I'm never actually going to play Godfall. Gods Will Fall. I have... What is this? Go to store page. Let's see a couple of screenshots. Seems isometric. Yeah, looks like isometric hack and slash-ish kind of. Oh, god damn it. Can I make it so I display the whole thing? Yeah, display all. I want to display all of it just at once. Okay, Gods Will Fall. Trash. Wood, Outlaws and Legends. I think this is one of those like multiplayer kind of games. Trash. In Sound Mind. I know very little of this game. I just know it was very popular when it came out, but then kind of faded into obscurity. That's Stream. That is a Stream game, and we're gonna go ahead and add it to our list over here. 19 in Sound Mind. Insurmountable. Let's. I keep clicking on games, thinking that that's gonna give me the store page like it does on Steam, or well, not really on Steam, but clicking on a game just merely asks you if you want to install it. No, go to store page. I'll see some screenshots. Let's see what have we got here. I see hexagons. I see hexagons. Is this a hexagonal RPG? That is a lot of is this a hexagonal RPG? Oh, that's not what I was expecting. That is kind of weird. I mean, funky. I don't dislike it, but I don't really see myself playing it. So, trash. Jotun Valhalla Edition. Let's go to the store page and see what this is all about. No screenshots, so I guess we'll just deal with this video here. I'm not even gonna put sound on. I just want to see what it's kind of trying to do. It's made it long, so we'll watch it. Great boss battles is what it's listed over here. Shall we take their word for it? Isometric hack and slash. It's competing against. It's a genre that I don't have much experience with. I would probably nah. Again, I'm not saying these games are bad. I'm just saying I'm not interested. Jurassic World Evolution, not something I would really be interested in. Trash. Kerbal Space Program. Trash. Kid Amnesia. Kid Amnesia Exhibition. I'm sorry. You know what? This game looks like it's so far up its own ass in terms of like being artsy. You know what? No, that's pissing me off for some trash. Killing Floor 2. I'm not gonna play Killing Floor. Knockout City. It's a multiplayer kind of game. Trash. Lego Builders Journey. Trash. Loop Hero. No, I know what the gimmick is. Trash. Mages of Mistralia. Let's see what this is all about. Okay, okay, something about this one actually does look a bit more appealing than some of the other stuff we've seen. Stream. I don't know, stream game, ladies and gentlemen. Mages of Mistralia. Which is not to be confused with Australia. Alright. Stream. Maneater. Stream. No, it's not a stream game. Okay, Maneater. Alright. Metro 2033 Redux and Metro Last Light Redux. Or Redux, so I'm sorry. I do want to play them out. Yeah, I'll give them a shot in my own time. Minute. This looks gimmicky. Trash. Actually, well, okay, we'll look at the screenshots. Let's look at the screenshots. Minutes per gear to Lyle Avenger played 60 seconds at a time. It sounds gimmicky. It sounds a little too gimmicky for my liking. Mortal Shell is not Dark Souls. I just want to. It would just make me want to play Dark Souls. Rash. Moving out, arcadey fun. Rash. Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden. That's a fucking mouthful. What are you about? Yes, I'm at least 17 years of age, thank you. Okay. Isometric. If Fallout and XCOM had a baby, it would be Mutant Year Zero. Oh, it's an XCOM-like. I'm not an XCOM guy. I'm not an XCOM guy, I'm sorry. Trash. My Time at Portia. Cozy game. Cozy game. Kind of like Animal Crossing. But I do not really care that much about this kind of game. Trash. Neon Abyss. What are you again? Let me see some screenshots. Let me see some trash. More trash. We got so much trash to take out, ladies and gentlemen. Never Alone Kissima Ingetsuna or something like that. Ingetsuna. Okay, let's look at some screenshots. This could be one of those like story-driven games. Stream. 22. Never alone. I'm not gonna write the other word because it's kind of hard to remember. Okay. And we'll go ahead to the stream list. Neo. Okay, this one has a little bit more merit. I should be adding the games that I actually care about to a list of like we'll definitely try out at some point. I'll do that on my own time later. I don't want to bore you guys with that. New and tasty. Honestly, that's a stream game. Because I'm not sure if I'm gonna like the Oddworld games just because Kadikarus likes the Oddworld games. Just because other people like the game doesn't mean you will. Just because people that you like a game does not mean you will also like it. So yeah, we gotta be make sure we're keeping that here. Pathfinder Kingmaker is probably a strategy game. I don't trash. Prey. I'm a little unsure about Prey actually. I know what the gimmick is. I know what they're going for. But we're gonna add that to stream, and then we're gonna add it over here too. Wait, no. Hold on. Okay, 24. Prey. And we're gonna actually make sure I save this Word document before I forget. I'll put it over here in my documents. It's gonna go a game stream list. Okay. Are you telling me Kingmaker isn't a parallel to Princess Maker? I guess not. Red Out Enhanced Edition. This is one of those like super high-speed racing games, kind of inspired by F-Zero. Do I really care about that kind of game? Also, I'm stretching, that's why my moral just got so small. I don't know. You know what? You know what? That's a stream game. We'll give it a shot on stream. Red Out Enhanced Edition. Well, we'll just write Red Out. I don't need to write the Enhanced Edition here. Relicta. What is this again? Oh, it's a first person. It's a first person. It's a first person game. Is it a first person shooter? Challenging puzzles is what it says up here. It's a puzzle first person game. Let's see. The music almost kind of fits the mood, just not the cultural part of it. Looks like I want to be Bioshock. I guess. It's not doing it for me. If you are... Well, okay, that's kind of cool, actually. But honestly, if you're really into puzzle first-person games, this looks really cool, but I'm not personally that much into it. Nah. It's not doing it for me. If it's taken that long to really impress me, it's not doing it for me. Remnant from the Ashes. I've heard good things about this one, but let's see some screenshots. Okay, we'll watch the trailer. Perfect World, Gunner Games, and all those people. The importance of a good trailer. That's make sure that's not a fucking CG trailer, because there might be people like me that are just trying to decide in as little time as possible if they really want to play your game or not. That's why CG trailers are not a good idea. Unless people are already hyped for the franchise. This looks... This looks fun with friends. I don't... Which means I'm not gonna be able to really get the most out of it. Hey, shh. Just like a mobile game. Not so much in terms of graphics, but in terms of trailer style. Okay, Shadow Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is not to be confused with the other Tomb Raider game that we had. That one can stay. Rising Hell, what is this? Ah, it's one of these. It looks like... It looks like it wants to be blasphemous. Or like you know, like one of those... What roguelite? Yeah, it's... Well, not blasphemous. Dead Cells, that's what it is. Okay, this is... Nah, it's just gonna make me want to play Dead Cells. It's just gonna make me want to play Dead Cells. Rogue Company is another game by Hi-Res Studios, the Paladins developers. I don't... I think I have this here because they were giving out like some kind of pack for this game at some point. Rogue Legacy is one of the earlier... Not earlier, but... It's a relatively popular example of a roguelike, but I just do not do roguelike a lot. Saints Row 4. Saints Row. Saints Row is dumb fun. But is it that fun? Is it really that fun? I feel like if I stream this game, I feel like I'm gonna spend an hour and a half on the character creator. And then half an hour actually playing the game. Which could be fun on its own, don't get me wrong, but... Do I really... No. Some's not clicking. Something's not clicking. Salt and Sanctuary, it's 2D Dark Souls, it might be pretty great, but it's... Saturnalia. Let's go to the store page. I'll see screenshots first, and then I'll see the actual game. It seems like a detective. There's something about that face. There's something about that face. I don't sit well with me. Yeah. Second Extinction, it's a cool dinosaur game that's best enjoyed. You've heard this one before with friends. No. Afraid not. Okay. Let's see. Severed Steel, we already have this on Steam. Oh, not. Oh, okay. I misclicked. Everything's moving too fast. No, I meant to move this to trash and then take it out of... I'll remove it from trash later. I mean, from stream later. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is another Tomb Raider game. Okay, we can keep that one. Shadow Tactics. This is a game... And this is a DLC for the game. Made by the developers of The Last Stinker City of Colors, which we saw on my Steam library. That's a stream game. Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun. Yeah, that's a stream game. I think it's a strategy game. Or a tactics game, rather. And I'm not too sure about those kinds of games. So... yeah, we'll add that to the stream list. And by default, I'm gonna also add the standalone expansion here to stream as well. Sheltered. This cover right here strikes me as multiplayer. Therefore, Therefore, Trey, Shenmue 3. I have Shenmue 3, again, for definitely being given away at some point. Shenmue is just inferior Yakuza. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just don't want to deal with it. Slain back from hell. Is this another rope? Alright, fine. Fuck you. To the trash you go. Trash. Speed Brawl. Are you a... You one of those... Okay, hold on. Why is this trailer only 10 seconds long? Why did they split this into multiple 10-second long trailers? Huh? That's kind of weird. What was this? Were these trailers made for like TikTok or something? Where people's attention span is about 10-second stops? Oh fuck, I've never seen something like that before, okay. Well, I guess the game itself looks fun. Alright, we'll add this one to the stream list. Speed Brawl. Speed Brawl. Alright. I'll add to the stream here. I'm into the, stream list. Spirit of the North. Actually, it looks like a pretty... I remember seeing a little bit of it. It looks like a pretty fun, just kind of like adventure-ish kind of game. So we'll keep that one. Stops the zombie in Rebel without a pulse. This is probably one of those funny games. Right? You know, those funny games. That's a stream game. That's a stream games. Okay. 28. Stops the zombie in Rebel without a pulse. Okay. Stream. Submerge Hidden Depths. I actually do kind of want to try this game out myself at some point. Same for Supperland. Both of these are just like cool adventure games. World War I Tannenberg. Eastern Front on the other hand. I don't even feel like looking it up. Tharsis. Name here. I don't know. There's some games is just like even just the cover just doesn't strike a lot of attention for me. Wasn't Saints Row that game where German Star were like who can make the ugliest character? That was Saints Row 2 specifically. But yes, you are right. Saints Row it was. The Textorcist. It's I can tell this is a like a text-based typing game, probably. I don't really deal with that. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter is a walking simulator. I really only care about the Stanley Parable and maybe some other game, but not really. The Hunter Call of the Wild, trash. Them's Fighting Herds. Okay. Well, this one can stay. Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep, a Wonderlands one-shot adventure. It's a spin-off of the recent Wonderlands game, which is like a spin-off of Borderlands. So it's a spin-off of a spin-off. So Jam Earl, back in the groove. No, you're not. You're back in the trash is where you are. Tomb Raider, already got this one on Steam. If I have it on Steam, I'm adding it to the trash on the EGS, because I would rather play my games on Steam. No, the one down there is just Unreal Engine, isn't it? Yeah, this is just the Unreal Engine. So you can like mess around with the Unreal Engine if you want. Torchlight 2! I don't really care about playing it that much. So trash. Total War Warhammer, I just don't see myself getting into the Warhammers. It's the Warhammer series is just too intimidatingly big. Oh, trash. Vampire. I don't see myself playing it too much either. Trash. Boy Bastards. What are you? What are you again? Oh, right. Oh, I remember, Jim Sterling said that they really enjoyed this game when they played it on the Xbox Game Pass. That's all I can say about it. Great for quick sessions. It's an interesting tagline, but you know what? It's not gonna happen. Trash. Wildcat gun machine. Okay, I hate to have to point this out. You've made more tongue clicking sounds in this stream than you did in all of last year's streams combined. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, this looks like it wants to be Hades. I don't know why. Okay, but nah. You see XCOM 2 in here, indeed it is. And yeah, for you specifically, I don't think I'd recommend it as much as I love it myself. Yeah, I'm just not an XCOM guy, I'm sorry. I have seen other people play XCOM, I've seen a lot of people have a... I would rather see other people play XCOM in a way that makes it really fun for them than for me to play XCOM. I'm just not an XCOM guy, I'm sorry. Wolfenstein, the New Order, that... Oh, actually, I skipped Windbound. Actually, no, I do want to play the game out. I remember seeing a little bit of it. Seems like the kind of game that I would enjoy. Wolfenstein, the New Order, yeah, we can keep that one. Wonder Boy and the Dragon's Trap. Let's see what... Why did the... Okay, I guess this game has a light mode page. It looks whimsical. I like the art style for sure. But what is it? Indie action adventure platformer. That really doesn't narrow it down. I want you to understand. Looks a bit basic. Does it have a trailer? It doesn't have a trailer. I can live without it. I can live without it. And this tree can stay. Yoko's Island Express is one of Arlo's most highly recommended games. He really likes this one. Okay, this and Sending on Cargo to Peach Ball are the only pinball games I'm interested in playing. And then the ukulele games. I do actually want to play the ukulele games. Okay. I don't think we need to do a double check on this list because we already kind of went through it. Alright. That's cool. Awesome. So we are now up to... Well, let's see. What is our overall collection number? Does it tell me how many games I own? I don't think it... Okay, all 108, trash 72. So 72 no, 108 minus 72, and that's how many... That's how many actual games we have in our library here. I will personally go back and add these to a different list, a different folder later. So I know which ones I'm actually going to keep, and then we'll look at the stream games. 14 games here in total. Alright. Pretty cool. As I keep misreading it, Yoshi's Island Express. No, it's Yoku's. I'm guessing you don't really need to worry about your physical collection since you've sold so much of it. Yeah. There is another digital library we could go through today. And that is the itch.io library. I'm a little bit hesitant to do that one though. Because my itch.io library is almost entirely composed of like really niche indie games. The browser games even count. They're not browser games, no, they're actual games that you can download to your computer. But they are niche indie games. They are small fry indie games. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying that those are really the kinds of games that you just don't have any prior knowledge to. Which so like... Man. Oh man, oh man. Nah, well, I'll... Honestly... I'll do the itch.io list on my own or some other day on stream. It'd be nearly impossible to assess them at a... Yeah, they're a little too difficult to assess at a glance. Like, some of them, I know I have a short hike in there. I know I have Pyre in there. There's like Celeste. I know I got a couple of games in my itch.io library that I already know I want to play because they have a lot of merit. They're pretty good looking. There's something I think I would enjoy, but the rest of it, which is like a total of 80 something games, I do not want to go through that right now. So instead, we are going to close the Epic Game Store, which by the way runs really fucking slow. Get your shit together, EGS. And we are going to open the actual Backloggery page again. Right here. Okay. And then, hold on. That, okay. So, we are going to go through a couple of these. Because I got a couple of games in here that are also in like emulators. I'll go ahead and also on my own time delete all the games that we have deleted here on stream from this list. So this fucking gigantic number can go way the fuck down. But I have a bunch of games on my wish list as well. We'll go through this list later. It's mostly Nintendo games that I want to play at some point. But for now, let's just go through the games that I actually own and see which ones I'm really gonna play again at some point. Condemned 2 Bloodshot. I'm not playing that. I'm not playing Condemned 2. If I'm not even gonna play Condemned 1, I'm not gonna play Condemned 2. Dante's Inferno, I've already played it a couple of times. It is fun, but I wouldn't really replay it again. I kind of skipped Beyond Good and Evil, didn't I? I like Beyond Good and Evil. I like Beyond Good and Evil, but would I play it again? Yeah. I actually would consider replaying Beyond Good and Evil. Dante's Inferno, though, I already completed it. I already know what I'm getting with it, and we are out of music. Hold on. Let's pick this one. Why not? Okay. Dante's Inferno. Cool game. I'd actually do recommend it, especially if you like God of War. Cool game, but go ahead and just delete that. Okay. The Darkness. First person shooter. Has a cool idea where you're like, yeah, I'll give the Darkness a shot. Demon Souls. I've already played Demon Souls. Would I replay Demon Souls though? I do not think I would replay Demon Souls. The one playthrough that I did of it was enough, and I definitely would not complete Demon Souls because holy shit, it's a Souls game, man. I'm not messing with that. I need to respect my own sanity here. Okay, El Chavo Card, I definitely want to play that. Folklore, same for that. All the God of War games can stay. Yep, all these. Heavenly Sword, that can stay. This can stay. These can stay. This can stay. Okay, these games will be a little bit easier. Because I have a little bit more history behind them. I bought Chainsaw, however. Oh, the Legend of Spyro, by the way, is over here. Yeah, I like the Legend of Spyro. Okay, that one can stay. Lollipop Chainsaw, however, I'm a little unsure of. You know what? We're gonna add that to the list. ES3. 29. Lollipop Chainsaw. We're gonna do a double take on that one. Alright. Dark Souls, maybe not. Demon Souls, maybe. Something about demons seems to be easier to get through from other From Software games. Even though Demon Souls is notoriously one of the harder Souls-like games. I mean, I played it, I beat it, I was able to do it. It's a great game, don't get me wrong. It's just, it is a Souls game, it is hard, it will test your patience, it will do some bullshit, but it is fun. Is it worth a replay? That's up to you. It's not a word for replay for me, specifically. For people who like doing all kinds of different builds on their characters, oh yeah, that's definitely worth a replay. Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. Well, due to the existence of the remaster of it, I would be more interested in that personally. So we're gonna go ahead and delete it. Nier, same story. I would prefer to play the remaster than the original. Oh, Kami, I already have this on Steam. So we're gonna delete that. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Yeah, I'll play that one at some point. The Prince of Persia Trilogy. It's funny that we're listening to like Persian music while I'm tinkering about the Prince of Persia Trilogy. Honestly, I played the Sands of Time. I played it on Dolphin. It was alright. It was alright. And alright is no longer good enough for me. So I am so sorry, Prince of Persia series, but you're just not cut out for this shit anymore. You were at some point, but not anymore. You've been outclassed by games that have done your genre better. For me. For me. Puppeteer, however, that's a cool game. We can keep a Puppeteer. All the Ratchet & Clank games can stay. Yep. Even Deadlocked, I like Deadlocked. Remember me, I do remember you, but I'm not gonna play you again, sorry. Sorry, remember me. Okay, Resident Evil Veronica X, You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do with this one. I'm actually just gonna move it to Dolphin. I'm gonna move it to my GameCube collection, because getting the PS3 version to run is kind of weird. We're gonna delete the achievements. Yeah, I think I would rather play this game on the GameCube, because the PS3, the emulator game is a little bit difficult. It doesn't emulate quite well on RPCS3. It emulates a lot better on Dolphin. So, I want to save that. Okay. Like Banjo-Kazooie compared to Banjo-Tooie. Remember me? The guy from Other M. Okay. The Saboteur. I think I have this on... Wait. No, I don't have this. I can have this. So we're just gonna... yeah. Okay. Do that. Don't tell nobody. Okay, the Sengoku Basara Samurai Heroes. It's a Musou game. I remember I really liked the demo of this game. The demo was fun. But would I... Would I replay... not replay. Would I really play Sengoku Basara? Would I really play? It's kind of long. That's the thing with Musou games, just like JRPGs, they're kind of freaking long. Do I have the patience for that? No. No, if I'm having to think about it this much, no. No. Shadows of the Damned. That's a stream game. That's another Suda 51 game. Both of the games that we've added for our PS3 so far are Suda 51 games that I'm just like a little unsure of. That I want to make sure that his games are actually good and not just... it wasn't just No More Heroes that did it for me. I feel like Musou games don't need to be long, but are anyway. Yeah, they were designed to be grindy. I don't really like that about them. I mean, I get why that can be fun for, like, especially if they're in a portable console. So you can just kind of play one match while you're waiting for the buzz or whatever, or those things that people always say to do in with mobile games or portable games, but yeah, honestly, they don't really need to be that long. Silent Hill 2 and 3. I have them on PS3 here for some reason, but yeah, sure, I don't know, we'll keep them there. The Simpsons game. I played the PS2 version of this game, it was fun. The PS3 version actually has more content. Same for the Xbox 360 version. It is a licensed 3D platformer game using the Simpsons franchise. It was fun, but it wasn't incredible. No. No. You know why? There's a lot of really good indie 3D platformers out right now. There's some real bangers out there. I no longer have time for like okay-ish licensed games. Nah. I would much rather play Tinykin and Hellpie and The Spirit and the Mouse and Wavetail and all those kinds of games instead of The Simpsons game. If it's gonna be a licensed game, it's gotta be like top tier licensed game. Like SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom we're talking about here. Alright, the Sly Collection, all of the Sly Cooper games can stay. The Spider-Man games, on the other hand. I think Web of Shadows does not emulate very well. So we can't actually stream that one. But Edge of Time and Shattered Dimensions. Stream. Spider-Man Edge of Time and Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Okay. And then Dota 2. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Okay. I'm gonna save our list. And then Web of Shadows again. We can't really stream that one yet, but I'll keep it here in the list just in case. Tales of Graces, Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Celia, Tales of Celia 2, all of them can stay because they're Tales of games. I have played the shit out of Tales of Symphonia though. I don't know if I would really play it again. Yeah, I can say. Yakuza Dead Souls is the only Yakuza game I don't actually care about. So, sorry. I'm sorry, Yakuza Dead Souls. But you gotta go, man. You gotta go. You had your chance. I gave you a chance. You didn't impress me one time I played you. Alright. Let's go back to the backlog. And now the PS3 list should be a little more, man. See, that went from 691 to 677. That's like, what, 14, 13 games? Something like that? Okay. Yeah, let's just keep going down the list here. The PS3 was definitely the biggest one, but PS4 is also pretty substantial. Oh Jesus, it's gotten late, I need to go now. Oh, okay, well, that's alright. Thank you for joining the stream anyway. I probably will be ending here soon. In the next half an hour-ish or so. Yeah, I'm not gonna be up too much later. So, you have a good night's rest, have a good day at work tomorrow, and yeah, I'll see you when I see you. Alright, you have a good night. PS4. Prototype 1 and 2. I would rather play the PC versions of both of these games. So I'm gonna move them to PC and I'm gonna add them to the wishlist. Okay. Same here. I'll save both of them. Okay. I keep a strip on Dead and Undressed. Honestly, they're one of those horny games. An older me would have really cared, but honestly, I don't. Other than Senran Kagura, I don't really care about these like super fan servicey games that much anymore. Senran Kagura and Valkyrie Drive because you know same developer, but yeah. Atelier Sophie, The Alchemist of the Mysterious Book. There was a time where I actually cared about playing every single Atelier game. Those days are way behind me now. Let me tell you which Atelier games I actually care about playing. The Atelier Ryza games and the Dusk Trilogy. Atelier Aisha, Eska and Logi, and Shally. Those three. Those are the only Atelier games I really, genuinely, honest to God want to play. Sophie looks alright. Sophie could be pretty fun. It could be. But I'm gonna... If I play some of the other Atelier games and they really grow on me, I might reconsider. But for the time being and just for the sake of making this list a little bit smaller, we're gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Concrete Genie. Cool game. Keep that one. I would rather have this on PC. Actually, no, not really. Neptunia has a lot of freaking spin-offs. Maybe too many. I should probably get through the main games before I go wondering about spin-offs. Deception 4, The Nightmare Princess. Maybe we can give that one. Fate Extella Link and The Umbral Star. We are going to add both of these games to the Steam wishlist, which is actually where I think I have them right now. Steam wishlist. Okay, give that. And then PC list. Like, I have them on my PS4 right now. I could play them there. But, yeah, I'm just more of a PC guy nowadays. Okay. God of War 2018. I actually also want this on PC. So we're gonna add this to the PC wishlist. But I do have it on my PS4. I could just play it right now if I wanted to, but I want to play it on PC. I want to be able to have it on my Steam Deck too. Okay. God of War 3 Remastered. Okay, that can stay. Gravity Rush 2, yep, that's a good game. Horizon Zero Dawn, that's another game that I want to move to PC. Alright. Was it so... Okay, no. Oh. Bad. There we go. Infamous Second Son, that can say Marvel Spider-Man, that's another... a lot of Sony games have been coming to PC, which is great. But it also makes me just want to not get games on my PS4 anymore. Because I can just wait for them to come out on PC eventually. I'm sure Ghost of Tsushima will eventually come to PC. Mirror's Edge Catalyst. That's another one I think I'd rather have on PC. And not Super Nintendo. PC. Okay. Yeah, for some of these games I actually wrote stuff down, but for some of them I didn't. Knights of Azure, I believe is already in my Steam wishlist. But yeah. Knights of Azure 2, same story. Okay. Add that over there. Now, I have heard mixed opinions about the Knights of Azure games, but I do want to give them a shot. They seem like they would appeal to me. They are made by the by Gust, the Atelier developers, and they're more action hack and slashes, action hack and slash inspired, than they are like super RPG-ish like the other ones. Honest Shambhala C2 Chaos, yeah, it could be fun, but honestly, it feels like I've grown past this era. I've grown past this niche. You know, Biohazard Gold 7. Oh, okay, 7. That's gonna be on my PC wishlist. A lot of these games I also got from what's the name of it? I forgot the name of it. From the PlayStation Plus monthly free games. Okay, Sleeping Dogs, I got that on Steam. We don't need that here. Tales of Berseria, got that on Steam. Tales of Vesperia and Tales of Zestiria. I've got all of these games on Steam already. Why do I have them here? I guess I just forgot to take them out. Alright. Toho. Oh, well, some of these I actually added as formerly owned. Well, I'd rather just not have them here at all. Yeah, if I don't really intend on coming back to them. Toho games, I love Toho music. I'll tell you what, I love Toho music, but beyond the Toho music, I don't have that much of an interest in playing the games. Maybe a couple of them here and there. Mostly the non Danmaku games. Just some of the spin-offs, I guess. Token and Kiwami is a discount Monster Hunter. I don't feel like playing that. Okay. Uncharted 4, Thief's End, that's also on PC. Excellent. We're over there. Back to the Steam wishlist. Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection, however, is not on PC, which is very fucking unfortunate. Why did I do it like that? I did complete Uncharted 1, but not 2 or 3. My music out? No. Here. Okay. But yeah, you guys can stay. The Utawareru Mono series. Again, that's I think I would rather have it on PC, but I know Zan is not on PC. These two are, but not Zan. Very unfortunate. But yeah, I would prefer to have them on PC, even though I have like the collector's editions of these games on PS4. But yeah, so just for the sake of convenience, I would prefer to have them on Steam. I might just keep the collector's editions anyways because they have some cool perks to them. I guess I could keep the collector's edition stuff, but sell the actual games if I just wanted to make a quick buck out of them. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. The Witch and the 100 Knights, that's another one. All of these are not on PC, so we're gonna keep them there. And Yakuza 1 and 2. I mean, not 1 and 2. 6 and 2. Also, I would rather have them on PC. I want to transition as much of my library as possible to PC. Because I just want to have everything in one place. I don't want to have a bunch of different devices that play different games, and I don't want to have to switch between different devices to play the games I want to play. No, I want to have everything situated in one machine. That's how I want to play my games. Okay, I'm gonna reload that. Yeah, that's a much smaller list now. Look at that. That's beautiful. Oh man. Okay. Go back to the backlog now. Yeah, the wish list is growing bigger, and the main list is growing smaller. That's how I want it. That's exactly what I want to see. PlayStation, that's the next big one. Yeah, let's just go through the big one. Let's tackle the elephant in the room. Or rather, the elephants, plural, in the room. But before we tackle anything, I gotta tackle this water bottle of mine with some water. That's the sentence. There's no more to that sentence. Okay. Don't spill it now. Jesus. I have no fucking balance. Goddamn. I don't need to take a shower anymore. Holy shit. Alright. Okay. Alright. Come on. Come on. That over there. Well, I guess that's how you know it's cold, when it's got like the bottle has condensation all around it. But this is not condensation. This is just I've spilled the water. Alright, whatever. PlayStation. Let's go ahead and take care of that. And we get my keyboard. Lord of Legacy of Kain. I will not play this game. I tried to play it. I had to just watch a playthrough of it instead. I love the story, the setting, and everything that this game does. I just don't think it's fun to play. I'm sorry, Kane. I love your story, but your games, other than Soul Reaver, are okay-ish. These are Looney Tunes games I used to play when I was a kid. I love them. But Castlevania Chronicles, I played it a little bit. It's I can live without it. I would consider replaying this though. Dino Crisis, I gave you like an honest shot. Dino Crisis makes me want to play Resident Evil. Sorry. It just does. It just makes me want to play this Resident Evil. I will not replay the Emperor's New Groove. It was okay. Played it once. It was alright. It was fun, but not again. I will not replay any of the Gex games. Let's be real. The Gex tree is the best one. If you're gonna play a Gex game, play Gex tree. That's the most fun Gex game. That's the best Gex game, in my opinion. But after that, I don't feel like we're coming back to the Gex game. It was a fun venture, but I will not repeat that venture. Dagashan, Stone Master, same story. It was fun, but yeah. Klonoa Door to Fate. Okay, hold on. We'll get rid of these two. Again, they're fun. I recommend playing them for a little bit, but I don't necessarily recommend. I don't think they're fantastic. But Klonoa Door to Phantom Mill. Here's the thing with this one. It is thanks to that Fantasy Reverie series that I would now rather play that, even though I really like the art style of the PS1 version of Klonoa. But would art style alone make me want to play that version over the version that actually has, like, you know, like the modern version? I love Klonoa to bits. Don't get me. I do. I really do. But I think I'm gonna rename this Klonoa Fantasy Reverie. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna add it right here. Klonoa. Is that what it's called? Hold on, let me Google that. Klonoa Fantasy Reverie series, yeah. Oh, there's no thing here. Fantasy Reverie series. And we're going to add that to the wish list. We're gonna move it to PC. That's what we're gonna do. And don't let me forget. In fact, I'm gonna do that right now, because I think I had Klonoa 2 in here as well. Yeah. Klonoa Fantasy Reverie series. Move it to PC and add it to the wish list. There we go. Yeah. Before I forget to do any of those things. Return Ship Raider that can save Magic Castle. Magic Castle is a what's a PS1 game released like a couple of years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago. It was like a Net Gearotzi thing, and just because of the novelty, I downloaded it. But no, I'm not. No. I played it like once, a couple of minutes. Was okay. The Medal of Honor series. It has a lot of historical background as one of the earliest examples of a first-person military game. Does it really hold up though? Does it really? Do either of them? No, not really. There's better first-person shooters that I could play. I appreciate them from a historical perspective, and I don't think they're bad games, but I do not see myself replaying Medal of Honor or Medal of Honor Underground. Medieval 1 or 2, however, I liked them, and I had my fun with them. I actually did complete Medieval 1. But will I actually replay Medieval 1 and 2 though? That's just... Yeah, there's an important difference between a game that I played once and enjoyed, and a game that I would really reconsider replaying. Medieval is not really one of those. Like, I like it. I definitely recommend everybody play them at least once, but would I really reconsider replaying them? Not really. And also, I kind of like Medieval 2 better. I'm one of those people. I know some people do not like Medieval 2 as much. I quite enjoy Medieval 2, but would I really replay it? No, they're kind of old. Okay, I just have to reload the page. Mega Man Legends, I would not replay Mega Man Legends or Mega Monkey Hero or Monkey Magic. I made a video about Monkey Magic. It's on the channel right now. But no, I would not actually replay Monkey Magic. And Mega Man Legends, there's a lot of stuff that I'm seeing about Mega Man Legends that I would not really want to mess with. There's some Mega Man games that I do want to play, but not that one. Pac-Man World, What's the remake called again? Not YouTube. Pac-Man World Repack. That's what it's called. Pac-Man World Repack. Okay, let's just add that to the repack. We'll add that to PC. And add it to the wish list. There you go. That's much better. I do like Pac-Man. Okay, but yeah. Parasite Eve 1 and 2. Okay, no, yeah, we can keep those. I do really appreciate what Parasite Eve is going for. Resident Evil 2 and 3. I'm gonna do some kind of weird here. I'm moving both of them to the GameCube. Because there is a GameCube version for both of them, and I think I would kind of rather play that version because it just plays a little more smoothly. And I think you have like skippable cutscenes and everything too. Yeah. And I think I already have them emulated, so we'll do that. And the same here. And there we go. Alright, Resident Evil. Now, as for the original Resident Evil, that one has a port on the Nintendo DS called Deadly Silence, but honestly, Deadly Silence is a slightly different experience. Because it does not offer the problem is that it does not offer a range mode, which I now have done. I now have done a ranged mode. I have done everything that there is to do in Resident Evil Director's Cut DualShock. Well, not the DualShock version, it's the original version. But well, I'm gonna go ahead and add that. Okay. Multi and that's what I consider 100% here. I even did a challenge run where I killed every enemy with both characters in a range difficulty. It was hell. I had to use a lot of save states, but I did it. Honestly, that's a master right there. Nah, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to have a whole nother master category. I just want to get complete. Okay. Sayuki Journey West is a very impressive game for me. It was my first experience with a tactics-based or strategy-based game, and I had a lot of fun with it. But would I play it again? No. No, I would not play it again. I had fun with it, but I would not play it again. We're just gonna be real with ourselves here. Silent Hill, however, yes. Skull Monkey. Nah. I love the art style, but that's the only thing I love about it. Maybe the music too. Who knows? But Tales of Concerto, however. Thank you, that one. Tales of Fantasia. I want to play the PSP version because that one just plays a lot better. But I did give this game an honest shot of like 15 hours or something. There is a point where the Tales of games get a little bit difficult to come back to just because of how fucking old they are. Like, I appreciate them, I respect them, but honestly, I have to be honest with myself, I do not really want to come back to Tales of Fantasia. Do not really want to come back to that one. Breath of Fate is one of those Screen X RPGs that they made on the PS1. Like, besides Final Fantasy. I've actually done a stream. I've done a stream on that game. We tried that one out on stream at one point. Many years ago. Before VTubing. And it was okay. It was alright. But I feel like it's been outclassed by other games in the genre now. Tomb 1 and 2, they can stay. Background story, say a similar story with Tales of Fate. It's probably been outdone at this point. And Wild Arms. There's one Wild Arms game I want to play, and it's the 5th one. Wild Arms 5. I looked at a bunch of gameplay trailers. And yeah, Wild Arms 5 is the only one I really care about playing. Oh, and Warpath. Warpath is just fun. That's one of those fighting games that even if it doesn't have an online community, I would actually consider playing it just because I like it. But yeah, these two can go, and this can go. And we are now pretty much 3 hours in. How much more music do we have? Well, we have a little bit. Let's see what other collections we have over here. Yeah, I'm definitely lowering this list considerably. That's what I want to see. I love it. All right. What's the next biggest thing that I haven't looked at? What's the GameCube collection? There it is. I feel like this one could use a little bit of a cleanup. Yeah, I'm seeing a couple of things here. Fairly Odd Parents breaking the rules. Licensed Fairly Odd Parents game. I Ninja. Actually, I want to play that game. Actually, I actually don't want to play this one. This one looks fun. It looks alright. But Ice Age 2... I played about 3 to 4 hours. Actually, no, maybe even less than that. And I had a lot of fun with it until I wasn't. I don't know why. There was the point where I kind of got bored of it. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. And I gotta be strict. Gotta be strict. No, just back in action. No, you're not. I played you enough to know I don't really want to play you anymore. Lord of the Rings: Two Towers. I loved it as a kid. I'm not a kid anymore. I don't love it anymore. That's just basic logic. That's how that works. Rayman 3, however. Yeah, we can keep that one. Okay, so there we go. Resident Evil 2 and 3 have been moved over here. Same for Code Veronica. Scalar. I love Scalar. And then Tak. The Tak series in general. I actually finished Tak and the Power of Juju. And I played a few hours of Tak 2. In both occasions, I thought the games were cool. They were alright. But as we have established on this stream, alright is no longer good. Sorry, Tak. Sorry, Tak. Just not cut out for this shit anymore, man. Alright. Let's see. SNES! Done a couple of games. I don't know if I really care about Donkey Kong that much. I think about it. I think I would rather play the new Donkey Kong games as opposed to the old ones. Unless I get... You know what? Actually, no, hold on. If I could get with Aiken Labs and do like a co-op stream of these games, or just playing them co-op in general, maybe. I think they do have co-op, but honestly, that's a bit of a setup. It's a bit of a setup. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna bother with them. The only one I really care about playing, Super Mario RPG Legend of the 7 Stars. Alright, well, that's the only SNES game. Okay, Nintendo DS. Yeah, no. I would, if I want to play a Resident Evil 1 in normal difficulty, I will play the DS version. If I want to play the arranged difficulty, I will play the PS1 version. Because you can skip cutscenes in this one, and you have a knife button, and it just plays. It's a smoother Resident Evil 1 experience without being the remake. It's not Resident Evil remake. It's Resident Evil 1. But do I really want to keep two versions of the same game just because of some quality of life stuff? That's a tough one. You know what? I'm just gonna take it out of the collection here. I might actually keep it, but I'll take it out of the collection just so it doesn't confuse me. Dreamcast. I forgot that they put. Actually, let me add the Legacy of Kain or Soul Reaver, because that's the only. But I wouldn't really replay Soul. I would consider replaying Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver in like 15 years. That's not really. It's kind of hard to work with, isn't it? Yeah, we want to. This too, however, I actually genuinely really like the Grinch. I'm sorry. I genuinely have I found a lot of enjoyment with this game, so we'll keep that one. And now to fall. It's just rock and roll on wheels. That can stay. What have we not touched here? Vita. No. Dragon's Crown and Freedom Wars. I'm sorry, you two. I do not see myself coming back to it. Tales of Hearts are and Innocence are, yeah, because it's Tales. Tales of just has a special spot for me. But these two, I do not really see myself going back to Dragon's Crown. It's got the sorcerers and the Amazon, and they're very cool looking and very sexy. But other than that, vanilla something games. There's only a few that I really care about: Odin Sphere, Muramasa, and that's it. Well, anyway. Okay. Reload this one. Yeah, it's just those two. Just those two. And then the 3DS. I am so sorry to say this, but I have concluded Fire Emblem and me just do not click. I liked Warriors, but Warriors does not really count. And I don't know, like every time I think about playing Fire Emblem, I hesitate. So there's just some about Fire Emblem me that's just not clicking. So we'll just keep the Pokemon games. Pokemon me click a lot more, but Switch. Switch. Yeah, we can keep all of these. Yeah, we can keep those. Actually, we can leave that one untouched. Xbox 360. There's only Lost Odyssey. Yeah, sure. Sure, we can keep Lost Odyssey. Wii. Only one game on the Wii. Oh, this is gonna. This is wait, no, don't delete it here. PC. Wish list. There you go. Simple as that. Alright. PSP. Kingdom of Paradise. I will play this game because it's one of my friend's favorite game of all time. What did I say? Oh, what? I haven't added one of you in a long time. That's a stream game. Alright, 33. Kingdom of Paradise. Alright. We will play that on stream one day. But that's it. And then Game Boy Advance. Metroid Zero Mission and Pokemon Fire Red. I am currently playing Metroid Zero Mission on my Steam Deck. And Pokemon Fire Red. Would I replay Pokemon Fire Red? Would I replay any Pokemon game? I'm actually not sure. I definitely want to play. I want to play generations 1 through 5 once, for sure, at least once, and maybe 6, 7, and 8. No, 6 and 7, not 8. I already played generations 1 and 3, thanks to Fire Red and Omega Ruby. But after playing them, do I really see myself coming back to playing them again a second time? I know it's a popular thing to do. Pokemon is a very replayable series, but... Tell you what, maybe Omega Ruby? Not Fire Red. Not Fire Red. Okay. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Other than, well, I don't think we looked at the PC, but I know there's a weird one to have in here, but yeah, Rayman Redemption technically counts as a PC game, and Super Smash Bros. This one's just fun. All of this can stay. It is now the only thing missing is my itch.io list, which is that's its own can of worms. I do not have time for that right now. I do have work tomorrow, not super early, but I do have work tomorrow. So this one, I think this one I am just going to do on my own. I'm going to look through the itch.io collection on my own, at my own pace, at my own time. And then I'll probably add a couple of stream games from that collection. And yeah, well, let me go ahead and do one last change over here to my list. Okay, so today on stream Hold on. Okay, today on stream we added 33 games in total that I now have planned to give a look at on stream. We did a stream where we planned further streams. Kind of how we do it like that. Will each game get its own dedicated stream? I don't know. Because, Chief, that's a lot of games. That's 33 streams. Like, how many weeks are there? How many? Yeah, how many weeks are there in a year? 52. Okay, that's more than half the year we would be spending just playing a single game every time. So, if I can get away with it, I would prefer to do like 3 games per stream. We'll give each game like an hour, and then we'll decide. But otherwise, yeah. All right. Well, still, I've considerably reduced my backlog here. I will go ahead and do the thing with EGS and Steam here after the stream, but for now we are done. I am now very tired. I've been stalking for quite a long time. So do we have a couple of people here. All right, so well, for you guys that are currently watching the stream, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. If you participated in chat, awesome. And if you did not, you were just lurking, that's also all right, no worries. I welcome all my viewers. And let's see who we can rate. I don't really have any rating people right now. Oh, never mind. Well, I keep missing out on rates, but all right, that's fine. Nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Expect a couple of gaming streams coming from me for the next couple of months as I try to decide on these collections that I just never mess around. I also just now realized at the end of the stream that I never deleted Compound 1 from the stream down there. That's all me. That's my fault. But I mean, I guess it's fine. It's fine. All right. Well, anyways, I'll catch you guys probably next week. Probably. I mean, I might stream. You know what I'm saying? As if I can only stream once a week. I can stream multiple days a week. If I really want to. Do I really want to? I'm not sure. But if I get in the mood for it, maybe. Let me double check. Honestly, hold on. Maybe. Maybe we do have a streaming person here. Kazuma. I haven't talked to Kazuma in fucking months. He probably doesn't even remember who I am. But you know what? Ah, what the hell? Let's help him out. Alright, we're gonna be rating Kazuma here. He's an old VTuber that I used to be pretty close with, and then we just kind of went our own separate ways. And I just kind of fell out of the VTuber community in general. But I'm gonna go ahead and rate him. Give him a good give him a pat on the back. Give him a good shout out. Good all the things. All right. And otherwise, you guys have an awesome rest of your day, rest of your night, rest of your week, and all of that good shit. I will see you when I see you. And yeah, alright. We're gonna be rating Kazuma here in just a minute. But for now, for you guys on YouTube, I hope you enjoy it again. And yeah, we're done here. So see you guys next time. Bye bye.
It made me vegetarian. Huh, interesting. Too hard my brain can't process. It's all good. Yo, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid, Bastioned. Welcome, Raiders. How y'all doing? Oh, SSRIs. That's right. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking about.